Still got FBA snitching on here. Lord have mercy. What's going on, y'all? Doing a meeting with the subscribers only. You're welcome to come in and watch and listen in. We're going to be doing a meeting with all the subscribers of the channel. So just give me some time, let people get up in here. Warming up my laptop right now, and we're about to get down to business. Did a phenomenal show. Little late night tap in last night. Man, I still got the thing up here. I didn't try to do that, but it is what it is. Do me a favor when y'all come up in here, just click like. What's up, Wolfie? Man, we had a late night tap in, Wolfie. We had a late night tap in. Oh man, it was good. It was good. We got some real game out here. We got some brothers we got some thorough people out there that know their history, know their word, man. We got some brothers that was stand on business. I appreciate that brother Terry from last night, man. That brother was chopping up some real game, man. I like that. You can always tell the people who are not watching TV, man. You know, it's a different talk, it's a different walk, it's a different everything. People who watch too much TV, you can just tell, man. They're just like, man, they're not effective. They're not effective. So I'm back. I got me about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, 4.5 hours of sleep. I think I went over. I was planning on getting out of here like around 11:30, 12. Man, I didn't get out of here till like 1 in the morning. Jesus Christ. But y'all go ahead and tap the live. We are about to talk to our subscribers, and yeah, we're about to get it in. We're about to get it in, man. We got to talk some business, talk some black-owned business, and see if we can get everything back on track. Because I don't want us to fall off, man. You know, and if I gotta champion this thing, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what's needed to get us back on track. So let me see. Let me try to get the word out. If you can share it to all the members. I see Mongo. Let's get him. See Cousin. Okay. Dream. Mills. Aquarius. Duvion. Let's get everybody up in here. Negro Esther, let's go. Miss MJ. You know, if we want this thing to really be what it's supposed to be, we just got to make some time commitments, y'all. That's it. We just got to make some to really be what it's supposed to be. We just got to make some time commitments, y'all. That's it. We just got to make some time commitments. We got to commit to it, commit to the process. That's it. That is it. We got to get our girl from San Diego up in here. Get her acclimated. All right. Let's do that. Send out a few lives. Ooh. Ooh. Man, I'm still a little... Jesus Christ. I'm always challenging myself, I'll tell you that. There we go. There's my boy Long Gold up in here. What's up?
So we good?
How you doing, sir?
Good. How's everything going?
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
I don't know if I'm lagging
Oh man, my back is still killing me, man. But I'm here.
I'm gonna talk right fast.
Okay. My back is still killing me, but I'm here. Jesus Christ, man, I suffered last night. Man, I was tossing and turning last night too. I went to bed. I was like, man, I was almost happy to get out of bed this morning. Like, is it time yet? Because my back is still killing me. Jesus. I'm gonna figure it out though, man. I'm gonna have to take some. I'm gonna have to take a few pain pills. I don't really take pain pills like that. First of all, nothing really works for me. But I might. I mean, I'm in that much pain. I might just. I don't know. Try some ibuprofen or something. I don't know. Even though I know it's probably not gonna work, but I'm just gonna try it just to see. It's been a while since I took something for back pain. It's been a while. What's up, cousin? You're not working right now, are you?
Was that from an old football injury?
I wish. I wish. I have a spinal cord injury.
Oh,
Yeah, when I was younger, they pew-pewed me. Man. I got pew-pewed. And then whenever I sit down too long, sit in one position for too long, it's like this drive. I was driving, doing a whole bunch of driving yesterday. I played the number on my back. I need to get probably one of those massagers and put it on the back of my car.
mm-hmm.
Whew. But
Well, I got
this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around it. I've been around. I do what I got to do. I manage it. I don't complain too much. When you get your wife, now you got somebody to complain to. Before I didn't have
Oh
nobody to
yeah,
complain to. Now I got my wife. I can just complain to her like, "Oh, my back. Oh, can you rub my back for me?" You get weak a little bit. Like, "Can you rub my back for me?"
yeah. I was hit by a drunk driver about 2 or 3 years ago, or
Oh
maybe less
man.
than that. And I took the muscle relaxers for maybe about a week, and after that, I just started taking ibuprofen every 4 hours.
Every 4 hours, is that
And
working for
yeah,
you?
yeah, that worked. Yeah, it worked a whole lot just to get off of that strong medicine. I can't take
Yeah,
that
I
stuff.
don't. That's the thing. I don't. I'm afraid. Listen, man. Listen. Let me tell you. Let me tell you the type of brother I am. Like, okay, when I was in the hospital, back when I was in my 20s, like 20, when the injury first happened, uh, they were doping me up with morphine.
Mm,
Okay, and when they took me off morphine, oh man, I was hot. I felt all the pain. And I was so mad. They was like, "No, we can't let you have any more." I was pushing that. You know how you gotta push that button? I kept pushing
yeah.
that button, man. I was like, I was like, man, I was loving it. And then I realized, yeah, I was addicted. So man,
Mm.
I was so I was so afraid of a substance controlling me, having a hold on me like that, that I just went cold turkey on everything. Because it seemed like after they took me off morphine, nothing else would work. Nothing. I mean, they gave me Norco, they gave me all kinds of stuff, and I was like, I started doing the research on the medicines, and it was like, man, even Norco could be addictive. So I was like, man, I don't want
Oh
none
wow.
of it. I was like, I don't want none of it. So I went through I went through a phase where I'm like, hey, I'm just ready to, if the Lord want me to go, I'm going. And
Hmm.
I would shake like, oh, I would shake. I would be in so much pain, I would just start shaking. And they had this back brace on me and everything. When they took that back brace off, I was in so much pain. Like my back was so weak because I had so much support from that back brace. And I just went cold turkey, man. And I went through like 6 months straight of every day just feeling like I was gonna
Oh
be
wow.
unalive. Like I was just like it was my time. I would wake up shaking in so much pain. My dad would come in there and try to, I'm like, no, no, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I was just stubborn, and I built up my pain tolerance now.
Hmm.
You know, and it just got to the point where I was in so much pain to where my body would just start automatically going numb, just automatically. Like, in so much pain, my body just said, you know what, go in the shop. You can't take anymore.
Yeah.
And I just that's how I've been dealing with it. I haven't used pain pills or anything major since 2022. I mean 2002.
Damn, that's good.
Yeah. So now I got a
Damn
high
good.
high pain tolerance, man, from just not and I don't know. I learned how to just take my mind and go somewhere else, so I'm not
Yeah,
focused.
that's very
Hmm.
fortunate for you. And
So
how are you this morning, Goat?
I'm making it, bro. I'm here. I didn't punch that clock early this morning.
Well, you know, I'm just getting off, just sitting down. I
Oh.
haven't even quite had my proper libations yet.
Ah, he ain't had my proper libations yet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh Lord, we about to get into it. We about to tap in. I wonder where everybody at. Man. We got to get everybody on point. But we're gonna work with the willing. Those who are willing, that's what we're gonna work with. You know, we're gonna push forward. I think the best thing to do is that all of us stay together as a group and just start knocking this stuff out. You know, we could start doing. I don't know if y'all been checking the Discord. I know I didn't put it there for the last like 2-3 days, but I put some stuff in there earlier. Some videos regarding product research. You know, some of the tools that we can use to research products. I'm even suggesting that because of time frames, and we want to collapse time frames, not move too fast, but not move too slow. We got people that we can hire people to do the product research for us. We got people that we can hire that'll just say, okay, these are winning products, and we can kind of test them out and look at them. You know, we need to get a sample of these products, mess around, play with them, see if it's something that we want to do, see what areas that we can improve, and then get it back to the manufacturer and say, can you change this, that, and they'll create that product just the way with the changes that we want, and then they'll ship us back another sample. And based on how that sample comes out, we can decide if we want to build a store and a product line behind it. And then we test it out on the market and see what we get. If we like the numbers that we're getting, we keep it. If we don't like the numbers, we do away with it and do it again.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
It's a trial and error process. And then once we find that one product that just catches on, it's a wrap after that.
Good morning,
Morning,
everybody.
Wolfie.
Morning.
Y'all, last night I was attacked.
Oh wow, what happened?
I was on another live, and
What's up, Doctor No Job?
as you can hear, I'm smiling. I was on another live, and they were speaking about FBA, and so I went up there to explain what FBA was, a lineage, and I explained, and so a man was on there, a black man, indigenous, American, we're gonna call him American, was on there, and he started attacking me. They speech, black is not a, and so
Right.
I explained because everybody should know that I love all black, I mean, I love all American, like, I don't care what you call yourself, and so I was saying that, and he was like, well, I heard they want to work with the South Americans.
Oh Lord.
I know what you talking about. I know what I knew when the attack was coming. But I was
I'm
smiling
sorry.
because the women in their life just started standing up. It was no men, because normally the men in the life would be like, the same rules over here. It's the same men over that
Right.
come over here. But the women, they was like, you don't want to push people away. This is what we talking about, division. And I stood like, I don't care if you call yourself American, FBA. It's about a goal. We all fighting for the same goal.
Right.
But he was like,
We're not gonna agree on everything.
we're
But
not.
we
But he
have
was like, FBA ain't my people. Okay.
Okay.
You're losing resources, not me. Did that make sense? That's how I felt at that moment. Like, you're pushing people where they can help you, not me. I'm
I,
accepting all black people that was here.
I wish I was in there. I wish I was in that room with y'all. I wish I was there.
The women, I'm and
they're still
and,
caught
and,
in
and I didn't have
they're
words
still
with my
caught in their
women
Democrat
about it.
Party
Huh?
love. They're still caught in their Democrat Party love and their feminism. If until they can actually shake those two things, they really can't fully embrace FBA. They can't because their
Loyalty.
loyalties are split.
Yeah.
I'll say it like this for myself.
Come on.
The election was very easy for me because I am a one issue voter. I
Mm-hmm.
do not have 3, 4, 5 issues. I have one issue. And if you are not addressing my one issue,
Mm-hmm.
kick rocks. I don't care what your other issue is. I do not care. No more cuts means just that. No more cuts. I'm going to
And
get
I'm looking
mine.
for that
Then
same.
we'll worry about everybody else because everybody else has gotten theirs and ain't worried about us.
Not
Mhm.
a one bit. And another thing, a white tee was just seen a white tee blaming us for the TikTok going away. Now it's our fault. Oh well, he said that we always complaining, and that's the reason.
So
What
black
we
people
always
complaining
boycott.
is the reason for everything wrong in America. Just complaining is the reason that everything is wrong.
No,
See, this type of insanity
they
right
don't want to
there.
make it right, and at this
No,
point,
this is why the idea of rooting for something that they want to survive, live, and succeed, those things can't work together. They can't go together. I can't root for the same force that the people that don't want me to survive are rooting for. I can't do that.
I can't.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Mhm.
We're
Maybe it's
literally
just
being
me.
filtered out. And the reason they trying to filter out, so they won't have to pay us reparation. If
That's
you
it.
get a lot of people that claim to be the same on the land that wasn't the same on, they don't have to address the issue, what they done to the people from that land.
And that's what the United States government, R or D, is trying to do.
I'm snitching. What's the topic? Put your hands up too much. What's the top? I'm snitching.
She said I'm snitching. Oh Lord,
I'm
you
telling
telling?
and
You
snitching.
mean you
Whatever.
telling?
I'm
You
doing
telling?
both.
You
I
telling?
am. I'm
You
telling
telling?
and snitching.
She said I'm telling you. Are you in cahoots with him? You can't be unless you in cahoots with him. You snitching. But if you not in cahoots with him, you telling.
Who we telling and snitching? I thought we talking about who we telling.
Man, listen. And y'all know what's going on in Mississippi, right?
No, what's
Missouri.
going
In
Is it
Missouri.
Missouri? Is it Missouri?
on?
Yeah.
Missouri.
So I
Yes,
had it
I'm
wrong.
telling and snitching with the meds. I'm doing both.
He's like, I'm
They do
giving you
both to us.
$1,000. I'm giving you $1,000 to call
They do
ICE
both to us.
on these illegals.
For
They turn
everyone.
they turning the people into bounty hunters. They said if you see anybody that
Simply, what I don't like about that particular scenario is it's
They did it to us.
they
right.
did,
It's the same thing they did to us, and I don't like that particular flip. I
But this
understand it's
is
there, but using me to move to work
You
again, you're using me to work your goal.
they using them
That
too.
hey, listen, I
I,
think
They gonna be
honestly,
that. You think
I
the biggest
understand
your
I get
biggest
it.
enemy is a
hold on.
person the closest to you.
Honestly, I
That can
think
be
it's
closest
smart.
to you. Did I say that wrong or right?
Honestly, I think it's smart, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because their own family members are gonna turn them in, brother.
That's what I'm trying to
They want
That's
say.
that
right.
money. They want that money. They're gonna be like, I'm behind in my bills. I got a car payment. I don't even like
I
Ron
seen
or
some
Hector anyway.
Jamaicans. Look, I seen a Jamaican said that let me turn you in, I give you half.
Hey, hey,
Woo.
how you gonna get that half? That's what I want to
I
know.
know that. But put it on your books.
That's exactly what I was thinking, cousin. He ain't giving that up that half. He ain't even telling
But
you he did it.
to
They're
your
not doing that.
response, too much. Yeah, you're right. It is smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's smart. They own family. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. They own family. But look, they gonna get in an argument, and they gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna drop the
But you
dime.
know who's gonna get it the most? The city police department.
Mm.
They're gonna find a loophole that if they turn them in, that they can get it because it's federal. I promise you. What? Or the
Well, it's
county.
plus they get to surveil the cities, the neighborhoods.
I got
They're
you.
not doing that here, huh? They're not doing that here in
Yeah.
my area.
It's gonna be
Nah,
a domino effect. I'm
I
pretty
think I
sure.
think they
I'm in
should.
Texas.
I think they should. But
Yeah, well,
I think
we
they
can
should
start our
without a
team.
police government.
Wolfie, we can start us a bounty hunter team.
Hey,
I'm
this
strong.
is a come up. This is a come up.
Wolfie and Mongo bounty hunters.
This is a come up. Okay, this
Yep.
is a for real come up for. I mean, this is the chance for you to really make some serious cash. Cause just 10 of them is 10 grand. Just 10 of them, and everybody knows somebody that don't belong here. No, especially if you're in California, you
I'm
probably
not
and
turning in my friends. I'm not turning in my
Well,
friends.
yeah, I'm definitely
I'm
going to
not
agree with
turning in my
California.
my
friends.
friends. Yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm
you know
not
what?
turning in my friends. I have to say that out loud. I'm not turning in my friends. They can kick rock.
I heard that. I heard
I'm
that.
not.
Listen,
I'm not. This is a long life deck. This is my family. I'm not turning in my friends.
he said, I'm not turning my friends. What we said, I'm not snitching and I'm not telling
I'm snitching and I'm telling, but I'm not snitching and telling on my friends.
on your friends. Well, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna just say it like this: you might not have to,
I
you
know
might
that's
not have
right.
to, because they gonna come get them anyway. They gonna come get them anyway, and
Hey, Wolf, we can buy a
you
whole
gotta
lot of
come here
land.
legally. You gotta come
Texas
here
is
legally.
giving a whole lot of land.
I said we can purchase a whole lot of land with some good old
It is
fashioned
time
snitching.
to
Yeah.
purchase some land. It is time to build. It's time. I don't care what no one say. It is time. Because I mean, the disrespect is everybody bring their trauma to the USA and then try to stomp on the trauma of the Black American and tell us to be quiet about it.
Because we don't know what we talking about.
We don't
We
know who
got
we
it.
are.
We got it good over here.
This
Y'all
is
just
this
don't
is the
know.
paper green.
I got a book. I can study. I got an education.
I didn't study
I
your history versus
I
your
bought a
past
house.
conspiracy history. The other day, I don't know if y'all know Halo. I love my little baby Halo. We was cosplaying as them.
Oh Lord,
That stuff was so funny. They were so mad, but she's
y'all
she made a
trolling the
point.
trolls.
They come over here and they assimilate, and they don't want us to assimilate or cosplay like them. You know,
Did y'all put the accent on thick?
eh, we should did. We should did. We went all out of it. You see, my accent is horrible, but
Mm-hmm.
their accents was perfect. You
Oh
couldn't tell the
Lord.
difference.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I still remember that brother that came in here pretending to be Jamaican. He had a good Jamaican accent. I was like, this brother.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Who that
did.
Wolfie
This brother, no,
Um,
I forgot his
or
name.
Dre?
I forgot his name. But he came in here
But I had seen
trying to
him on
preach
your
fire.
panel before, and I was like,
yeah, that's what.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he came up, and then suddenly it was this Jamaican thing, and it was like, what the?
we was accusing him of cosplaying as us.
Yeah, he threw me off. He threw me off, man. He really threw me off. He really threw me off. I was like, hold on. I thought I seen you up before, and you wasn't talking to Jamaican stuff before.
So y'all against the. I'm gonna tell you this. They know the difference. They can tell the difference, and if they confused about the difference, they'll find out the difference. Do y'all believe in reporting or snitching?
I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is what I was talking about last night. We have too many. I mean, we have too many tethers in our midst that I don't believe. I don't believe we should be allowing mentally unstable people in any doctors, nursing, lawyer, therapist, uh, social work,
Pharmacist.
DMV, politics,
Police officer.
police officer,
Mm-hmm.
especially police. You understand what I'm saying?
But get this too much. We had our first melanated unaliver
Who?
serial, and he
Cereal?
was Nigerian in Houston.
Wow.
And he tried to escape. So every time they say that, I used to think about no, and I mean the people that come out here, they do crimes and then they literally you can look it up. Then they get them always get them at the airport.
Of course, they're
Well,
trying to get away.
They be
so
trying. This is Houston.
yeah. So here's the
It's
thing.
If
Texas.
they stupid enough to go to the airport and not just drive out of the state,
They
okay.
can't even drive out this state with baby the way. You know, Texas got robots and everything out here already. They utilize everything. This
I
is
have no problem with the technology, but see, as long as you're within the rules, there's no reason for them to approach and or stop you.
So
Now,
let me
you
ask
may have done some dirt, but if you're rolling away at the speed limit and or a little bit less or a little bit over, but just being the norm, they have no reason to look at you differently. But once you get out of the norms, is when you stand out like a sore thumb. I guess I'll tell this particular story right quick.
But if you're trying to
This,
get away, you out the norm thinking.
but you've already done your dirt, so that's where you went. Probably ain't the getaway. You
And
don't.
I am scared of cousins.
check this out. Why did I see a live? I just saw Dr. No Job follow. Why did I see a live where people got Dr. No Job's
They
pictures?
lying on him.
They got his picture.
They're trying to cast aspersions on the brother. I stepped into his thing a time and had a few words, and
I'm surprised they didn't
he
screenshot
talks
the video, so
strong,
maybe I had to
but
see it.
he's
He's sorry.
I didn't get that vibe. But he talked raw. He talked raw. He talked strong.
Man,
Um,
they were doing a whole
but
live on this brother. I peeped in. I thought it was Dr. No Job. I'm like, hold on, that ain't the host's
I
name.
did too, and I DM BX.
They took a picture of this brother in bed. I'm like, man, damn, they really trying to. And I was like, you know what? I was gonna go up in there, and I was like, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. I just left. I just left.
it's very. This is when it comes to that. When you see the childlike mind still leading, and I can't. That's like mumble rap to me. That ain't gonna happen. Okay.
So upset, and he ain't even saying nothing no one else has said. So what they did was they chopped up his video and trying to portray it as something more than what he said. He played his full video. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's not that I guess
Listen, if they
they.
were to chop up all of our words and piece them together, they could make us say anything too.
So I gotta expect that some people are doing that, or they're gonna start doing that to me. I gotta suspect that.
I hate to say it, but
Yeah,
it's
I
like this is
mean,
why you choose your words carefully. Okay.
I gotta
I
I
know
gotta
Because
you
somebody out there
dealing with
gonna be
a hurt
a ding
mind.
dong and do something to try and
I
hurt
gotta
you.
expect that they're gonna do the same thing to me, man. Cause I still get the threats in my inbox.
Look, when we come over here, we're laughing about it. Even when when we roasting and everything, we're laughing. We don't take nothing. I don't take nothing to heart, especially when we can prove it. You know, they the ones that's hurting and mad and spitting negative and lying. You know, so they going out their way to hurt someone. They contact to, I guess, one of his exes. It's nasty work. It's nasty work, and that's how they got the pictures. Childish, nasty work.
Yeah, see, there's far too much that is of greater import for us to be addressing and dealing with a seriousness or an attempted seriousness, and that doesn't even make the radar.
It kind of pushed back the agenda of
It
what we trying.
sidetracks it for sure, but that's what they're trying to do.
Then that's the thing. They don't realize that they're anti-black. I don't care. They're anti-black for the simple fact. Anytime they hear about Black Americans speaking, they have the same speech and talking point as the oppressor that done stuff on this land. They not even addressing the oppressor that done stuff from their land. They're trying to address us, correct us, put us in our place. That's why I
Yeah,
say,
that's always the
let me
thing that
tell you,
rubs me the
one of the
wrong way.
first ways that everybody gonna recognize that you're not naturally born is your dialect. So it's gonna be a whole lot of cosplaying going on. You know,
It's been like that for 55 years of my life that I can remember ever since the age of 5. So
they're gonna try to code switch when they get real mad. They can't break it no more. They're gonna go into their foreign language. I mean dialect. You're not naturally born. You can tell.
Just like that sister did at the panel, that sister that was on the reparations panel with her daughter. You didn't know that she was Jamaican until she got pissed off.
Exactly. So, I mean, they never felt America like they finna feel America. You understand? They the ones that get shocked when they get stopped by the police and the police don't care that they not black American. And then they quick to say, when they say, "Are you black?" No, I'm Jamaican. No, I'm Haitian. No, I'm from Africa. I'm not black. And they get mad because we say, "You're right, you're not us." Oh, you hate Africa? No, I don't care about it.
See, here's the thing. You all saw that movie Hotel Rwanda, right?
Mm-hmm. Many
Okay,
movies.
remember that line that Nick Nolte was telling Don Cheadle?
Yeah.
They treat you less than the N words in America. They care about you less than the N words in America. Remember that line?
Mm-mm. That was my favorite John movie of his. But go ahead.
It wasn't mine either, but that line right there was profound because again, what he was telling them is they just, as far as the
Mm-hmm. They
African
don't care.
continent, they do not care. They care so little for y'all. They care less about y'all than they do about the black folks in America. And they don't give a rat's ass about them. Okay?
Mm.
And they care less about y'all than that. That's what he was saying. But they don't understand that. So when they come up in here and they saying, in my opinion, no, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican, they like, okay, good, I can treat you worse, actually. Because that's what's going to end up happening.
They do
Because you
do a
do,
lot of microaggressive, and then I'm good in calling out the microaggressive. I'm a black American woman, you, but it comes to a point they only accepting they accepting the microaggression from other people. It's harming the black race. It's not pushing the black race farther to accept the disrespect from another just to get along, to be alone.
see, they're asking for respect and we're demanding it.
They're not
That's
asking
the
for
difference.
respect. They feel like
No,
what they get is what's normal, what they should get. Did that make sense, cousin? Okay, so you come from a third world country where the oppressor look like you and you have seen some things on that land or your parents have seen some things, right? You come over here and you know about the oppressor from this land, but you don't haven't experienced it. And so when the oppressor, because after the 60s, the oppressor could not normally wear the white coat outside, they start cleaning it up. You remember? When the last time you seen a bald headed white man?
no, you're right.
Mm.
So
You're right.
so
You ain't
so
seen them
they
little
found
pointy hats
another
since that time. No, not
yeah,
not
so
in
they
any
found
real
another way
significance.
to do the Jim Crow, be harmful. Either that's speaking down to you, belittling you. It's other ways that they do it, and we don't accept it. We speak against it, but they accept it.
Exactly. So I said the things that they accept
It's
because
harming the
again
community.
they're accepting it because they still high on their gratefulness. I'm so
But
happy
that's
to be
harming the
here.
community.
Mhm. Mhm.
Exactly. They don't understand that though. Because again, I mean, it's to try and attempt to be fair in this discussion. I can see an aspect of what their position is. I had to fight to get over here. I might not have had nothing, but I came over here and I became somewhat of a success, or became successful and was able to maintain a lifestyle. And if I could do it, how come you couldn't? How come you didn't?
And that's
So
a
I could
horrible
see that from their
Mhm.
eyes looking in. If I flipped it, that's what I'd be seeing. I could get that. But I, obviously being on this side, can easily say the history that I have here, as far you don't, what you did has nothing to do with the history that we have here. You
exactly how you
Yep.
came over
that you have
here.
an immigrant's position. You do not have an FBA position.
Exactly. And so when they coming over here and they judging and they cannot hold that same mirror to their people back home, that's the disrespect. Our
I
people,
don't even think they. Yeah,
what our people been through on this land, they have never experienced it.
no,
They
no, they haven't.
grandmothers or
They
mothers
never
or
will.
fathers have never, or aunties, nobody, friends or family has never said, they have never sat in a surrounding and heard the stories. I get that. Their stories that they hear come from the continent or the place that they're from. They don't hear about the stories on this land. So when they come on this land and they come on this land in this 21st century, they don't realize this land did so much to the people of this land that the way you respect the oppressor or the lighter pale skin, we don't have the same energy. You're harming the black skin here, kissing the oppressor ass.
All day.
Hey,
And don't get
Gavin.
me
How you
wrong.
In
doing?
There are
agreement.
fights to pick.
Peace, peace. I
Go
just
ahead,
tapped
though.
in because I was thinking of a neighbor of mine, which is a white T dude, German, and he, he got the Ford F-150. He got the flags on the back of it, and he loves to wave and shine with the flag. And it's like, bro, you know, I feel what you're doing, but do you even know what you're flying? And they're totally oblivious to it just because of what you guys are exactly talking about. He came here when he was 18, 20 or something like that, and he found a way to reap all the benefits without paying any of the costs. So he never wants to be involved in anything that's going to remind him of the cost or the value that people that were born here have in where they're from versus assimilating to the parts that fit the narrative that make him smile. And I think that that is such an important part of what we have to remember living here and being here at the same time, remembering that this place that we live in, this business that we live in, is really since at least the 1800s has been built on other people coming here to keep that cycle going so that the ones that have been here are constantly used as a stepping stool for people that just kind of get to pop up and get that check and get that benefit from whether it be starting a business or just an entry level job that they wouldn't be able to get where they're from. And I know that it makes it complicated for us to overlook, and I don't think we should overlook it. So it really touched when I started to hear that and remember that and see that. You know, land on that.
I tell you, had thoughts on this particular subject, and why do these immigrants come to America? What's the number one thing they come to America for?
A better
Finance.
life.
Better like.
An
Yep.
opportunity.
Yeah, finance.
No, they come for an opportunity. Whether or not they make it,
Opportunity.
that's what they're coming for.
Yep. Yep.
Okay? That opportunity costs nothing, technically. Correct? You just got to get in here, and the opportunity's here for you.
Right.
But that's from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
See, our family's pains, sufferings, and thefts paid for that opportunity for them to
Yes.
have.
Yes.
So my thing was, how come FBA can't get some sort of opportunity tax? Come on, immigrants. Y'all just got to pay,
Because
check
everyone
that
is
money in. Because for every immigrant that come in, some of that money, some of that income comes to the FBA family.
everyone is against the
It's
black
a
community.
tax. You paying the tax anyway. I ain't saying make it a lot,
Can you come
but you
up?
paying your tax anyway.
Can you come up, Omni? We're about to start talking business. We're just talking right now. We're waiting on everybody to come in, so we're just having a conversation. But I would like you to come on the panel, introduce yourself, and I'm actually just looking over and creating the NDA, and I want to get this in the hands of everybody today, because I do want to be productive and make sure that we're pushing this thing forward. But y'all can continue to talk, but I'm doing the NDA right now for the group. So. Just give me a minute. But if you can
No
come up,
problem,
let me invite you up. If you can come up, I don't see where I can bring you up. When you have enough followers, can you request up or come out the room and come back in, Omni? Not sure. If you can do that, I would appreciate that. But go ahead, y'all finish talking. I just wanted to say that real quick. I just saw that she stepped in the room. Huh?
So to the point of paying a tax, I believe that everybody is paying taxes one way or the other. I just believe that the funds are not allocated to places in which the benefits can be reaped by people like us. And it's pretty much by design. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine that lives and works in Tennessee, and he's blue collar, he's a mechanic. And they got these people are paying $100,000 for a paint job on a car, 100 racks. Now, this is,
Are
in
you
my opinion,
immigrants?
no, these are not immigrants. The immigrants are
Oh,
the ones
okay.
doing the work. But
Okay.
the YT people are having $100,000 of spare cash laying around to invest in a vehicle for them to drive on Sundays. And this is part of I'm going to use the term loosely, but part of the supremacy. They have acquired these assets from generations prior to ours, and, they get to sit on them and frivolously spend them.
Piss it away. Yes, brother. The financial wealth gap is beyond catastrophically weighted against us.
Facts. We still got people trying to get paid from Tulsa.
I want to make sure to say this. I was listening in on another live,
Hmm.
and this young lady from Britain, black young lady from Britain, the host asked the question, should black people get reparations? And she was like, yes. And one of her major talking points was because they, as citizens of Britain, had been paying the former slave owners in Britain up until 2015 or 16, I believe she said.
Hmm.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those
And they will not release the names of any of those families and or people.
Wow.
Now that, as she's pointing out now, so they don't know whose store they're going to. Were you part of that particular group of people?
right.
Your fashion industry, your lumber, your whatever, all of these things, they don't know if these people have been doing it or were a part of it. And that's the same thing that we're faced with.
Right.
So the idea of our longest standing institutions, or as Obama said, too big to fail.
That part.
Mm.
Okay.
That part.
See.
That part right there,
Yeah.
Yep.
kick my
People overlook
reparations.
it.
And right after that, kick my reparations in.
Yeah. 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 They overlook that because so we talking about the Black Rocks and the Vanguards, the businesses that have been in the businesses that start other businesses to funnel back into their business.
Exactly. The only thing I would say, brother, because they watch us, we know that they watch us.
Come on.
So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to actually naming names,
Yeah. Be a little bit
we're,
more discreet.
right, exactly. Please and thank you.
I can and I will, and I get it. You know what I mean? And part of that is me letting y'all know the page that I'm on, so we realize that we're on the same book. So from this point forward, I'll do better with that. But I always feel like it's important in communicating with people to at least give a point of reference so that we know we're having a valuable conversation with somebody that's not a troll.
Yep.
How old are you, my brother?
I'm 44.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'm 60.
Thank God.
Go
60.
is in. And we never ask ladies. So
Well, it's not necessary.
exactly. But I guess we're saying is, brother, yes. We have seen and are aware, and in this
Hmm.
panel, in this family,
Hmm.
it's fertile soil for intelligent black thought.
I love it. I love it.
So the idea of, yes, we have frivolity, okay, but
Hmm.
that is nowhere near
Nah.
what we are about. If this thing could move into a different direction, maybe. We might take it Monday, Tuesday, and do hocus pocus. Okay.
Hmm.
But beyond that, we are FBA centralized and centric, unapologetically,
Hmm.
all day, every day.
It's necessary. It's
Exactly.
necessary because there's so many of us that feel alone, disheartened, and just overall discombobulated because any of us that have eyes can see what's going on, but few of us have the rebel mentality to do something about it.
I wouldn't necessarily go that far. What I would say is they just haven't found what they're looking for. Because, like you and I and everyone here, we were searching for a spot.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. They just haven't found their spot. But the idea, particularly when it comes to FBA and black folks, since we lost our church meeting home and meeting place, we haven't had a place to share our collective ideas for the good.
Hmm.
We haven't had, I don't know if y'all heard that. We haven't had a place to share our collective ideas for the good.
Hmm.
It's always monitored.
Right.
Right. So the idea, even now,
Yep. Yep.
so what we want to do is just make sure and give good positive thoughts, keep feeding the vineyard and watching for those little foxes. Because it's
Yeah.
not the big foxes, it's the little
Hmm.
foxes that
Yep.
spoil the vine.
Yep. Those are the ones that come in with like Albert Einstein, like the dude that made that a lot of great thinkers are so busy thinking and being engulfed in their thoughts that they don't realize the repercussions of what has
Oh, you talking
happened.
about Oppenheimer? Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, I ain't want to. Yeah, I made it. It's made, and now it's
Then
in
he
the
thought
wrong
about what he
hands.
did.
Right, right, right. Now it's in the wrong hands because I was so happy. The magician be so happy about the magic that he doesn't realize that, yo, you just gave the magic to a warlord, bro, and you can't take it back.
Well, there are things that's really, I'm just going to attribute to progress. Our intelligence is going to move forward.
Absolutely.
Scripture even tells us that we're going to be greater than he.
Facts. We already are.
And if
We
he who
already
had,
know.
and if he who knows all knew all tells you gonna be greater than him, hot tamales. Okay.
That's right.
Because the sacrifice was been done long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is to fully embrace and walk in that power every day.
Correct.
Know that it's there. It emulates from every cell and pore in your body. You
That's
just have to believe that you are that powerful.
right. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it, and I'm grateful for it. And there's still tuning and fine tuning that needs to be done, but opportunities to communicate and with respectfully with people that are my senior and my junior are the way of creating synergy, which is what pushes us forward. Because as you said, technology and growth will not stop. They've been trying to stop the technology and the growth since the beginning of time. But no matter what, if you give us peanuts, we're gonna come up with peanut butter. Period.
Where you
Power.
from?
Hmm.
Where you from, Gallon?
I was born in Manhattan, but I've
Manhattan.
been, yeah, but I've been fortunate enough to travel a couple different countries and to live in up and down the East Coast and on some places in the West Coast. So I have a
Okay.
connectivity.
I got family in Manhattan, Harlem area. Where's your family from?
This I am first generation Jamaican, and which is my mom is from Jamaica, and my father's side of the family is European. They're from Britain, from Wales, that area.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm a U.S. kid, man. I've been here looking, learning, and doing a lot of reading and applying the information and coming up, and bouncing off the roadblocks and finding the loopholes.
Okay. What do you know about FBA, the term FBA? What do you know about that? And how do you
I
feel
was
about it?
actually going to ask for some clarity on it, because when I hear FBA, I am not specifically sure on what we're speaking about here. So if you could enlighten me, I would be grateful.
Wolfie, you want to let them know what FBA is?
FBA is Foundational Black Americans. It's a lineage. We've been here before America, United States of America was America. We was enslaved freemen in America, and it's towards our reparation from the government of America.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that.
When you hear that term,
Now, you will hear us speak against tethers.
Tethers are
You will.
people. Let me
tell them what a
explain.
tether is.
A tether is a person who immigrated over here and goes against and challenged everything foundational Black Americans have achieved, accomplished, and trying to accomplish. We understand that the goals are different. When people immigrate over here, their goal is to achieve from where they start from when they get here. Our goal is to make it better for us, our legacy, our ancestors, and to get repaid for what was taken and never gave to the people that was enslaved or freemen over here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have people that talk down about Black American community all day, disrespect us.
You know who? You know who Mayor Adams is? Eric Adams is.
Was he the mayor of New York?
He still is.
Currently.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember at this point, because didn't they just kind of boot somebody out of office up there?
He is a tether.
Mm-hmm.
He is someone who deliberately undermines Black progress. You know, Kamala Harris, we'll say Special K.
Mm-hmm.
She is a tether.
Absolutely.
The way Obama talked to our Black American man, that's a tether.
Obama is a tether.
Yeah.
They're not from the Black community, but they cosplay as us.
Yep.
And they address us as such.
In order to fit in.
Right.
So they can say things like, you don't need your reparations. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Look what I was able to do in this country. They do stuff like that. They undermine Black progress with knowingly that everything we started that was huge had been sabotaged or hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
Took our hip hop and they
Or
tried to
destroyed or flooded.
right. They tried to say Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans had something to do with the foundation of hip hop. That was a lie. We debunked that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when we haven't been gatekeeping our culture, a lot of people has come in and taken from us, and without giving us the respect that we are the originators and the creators of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look down on us and they say things like, you don't have no culture. They think we're generic African. They try to Africanize us. We're not Africans. We've been here for 400 or 500 years in this land. We had an ethnogenesis. We are a new people.
Mm-hmm.
We have African ancestry. We have indigenous ancestry. We have European ancestry.
Yeah.
And we acknowledge all three.
Yeah. I had family that lived in Seneca Village.
We're not African. We stand on that. And anybody who tries to say we don't have culture, we show them our culture.
They adopt our culture.
And if we really stand
Yes,
on
we know they adopted. That's the problem.
They
They adopt it and don't want to give honor and credit to the creators.
we are the most influential people all over the world. We are 12 to 14% of this country, and we compete on a global scale.
Facts.
We compete with everybody in the world, and we're phenomenal. We outbeat and outperform our competition most of the time.
Yeah, we're dominant. We're
most
dominant.
of the time. So
Now,
go ahead.
you kind of seem as if you FBA. And I want you to understand, you have not come in here with tether babble.
Nah.
You have come in here respectfully, with honor and intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We
I'm
can
not foolish.
easily see that you are not out there spitting
How much y'all be
ill
back?
words on the family.
Nah. Because I'm a part of the family. Like, I don't trip on that. You know, I don't
You
even.
have to understand, brother,
Yeah.
there are more than you think who do. I'll say it like that. I'll say it like that.
Yeah.
So here's another
Okay?
thing. No, we're not Pan African. We're not Pan African anything. If anything, we're Pan Black American. We're 100% B1 Black first. And when we say B1 Black first, we're really saying America first because this is where we come from and this is our land.
Right.
Indigenous to the land.
Mm-hmm.
This is ours. There was no America before we built it.
Yeah. It's a name.
There was no America before we built it.
Mm-hmm.
The Indians didn't build it. The Native Americans didn't build it. We built it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
We got it popping over here. We are the most documented people and the most researched people on the planet.
It's facts.
We can
And the
trace our
most
lineage
deprived
back.
of resources.
We can trace our lineage back. A lot of us, if we really want to do it, back to the 1700s. We have a longer documentation than Africa. Documented, I'm talking about documented.
Mm-hmm.
Because and even most of Europe, because a lot of countries weren't documented.
So I have a question. How do you feel about the agreement with Morocco?
Yeah, well, we know about the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
We know about the Moors, and and to be honest, a lot of us don't trust them because they know who we are too. They know who we are. They've been known who we are.
That's why they made the agreement.
They've been known who we are.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is, from my
So they
perspective,
always want to throw up this you need to document yourself this way and you need to move this way. But they were the ones that knew who we were and were actually helping enslave us. Their mindset was, as long as you leave us alone and let us do what we do, we'll let you do what you want to these group of people, knowing who we are.
Right.
So a lot of us don't, we look at them, we acknowledge them, but we don't really trust them like that. They come in our rooms with this plebiscite babble, how to document yourself and how to get free and how to be sovereign and all this other stuff. And we just laugh. We just laugh at them.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest.
It's okay. I wonder. This is why I asked this question. I come in contact with a lot of these gentlemen, few ladies, but a lot of the gentlemen that are speaking of, rescinding your social security card and things of that nature, and basically becoming some form of
they want you to do all that stuff, but I'm like this, how has it benefited them? A
They
lot of
can't
them are
really
always
express
in the
it.
process of doing something and never even completed it. But they have the nerve to try to tell us and teach us what to do and how to do it, and they haven't gone through the whole process yet.
Mm-hmm.
How is that sovereign serving you?
The process can't end. It's not a process that really has a finish from what I see. The ones that I do communicate with are, they figure out how to put a lien on a house to grab the house or a car so they can not pay insurance and things of that nature, which is all cool and fine. I mean, to me, that's more commerce, that's business.
Listen, when you opt out, you opt out, and when you opt in, you opt in. There's consequences and benefits for both.
Right.
And they're not being honest on the consequences or the benefits. They try to sell the benefits, but they're not being honest about the consequences that come with that.
Respectfully to anybody that's been incarcerated, a lot of them have spent a lot of time in certain types of systems, and that's their way of freeing themselves from the past choices that they've made. and I don't hold
That's
it
the way.
against anybody.
Well, that's their way of gaming the system. And
Yes,
they're
that's
gonna
a
put
good way of
anybody.
putting it.
They're gonna put anybody up that they can pretty much benefit from off of.
Yeah,
They're
I
going to
got
use you as a tool.
That's
You
it.
yeah.
don't have the generally, we don't have the resources to withstand the 250, 300,000 million dollars offer coming your way when they tell you that. It takes a strong person with great integrity to be able to say, no, I'm standing on mine.
Hmm.
And when they see you turn down this kind of loot, they'll never offer it again.
Yeah, the next
You're
thing
gonna
is
have to.
smarter.
You're gonna have to. You know what they're saying is, if you're not gonna take our money, you go get it from your people, and we go make sure your people ain't got no money. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the
Money.
system we've been in.
Say
That's
it
the
another
system
way
we've
for
been
me.
under.
Say it another way for me, please, if you can, so I can get a good understanding.
Okay.
I know it's difficult, but
The idea is, I need a buffer. In layman's terms, I need a buffer. Okay. And you know what the buffer. You know what a buffer is, right?
yes,
Okay. And the immigrant class is the buffer class to the black indigenous group.
get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, people get to come in and
Okay,
basically
so
take
and
over.
the monies that they get, they use that to benefit everyone but us. And in order for those who come in to come with us, that means that they would have to side, quite honestly, with poverty or impoverishment to a
Hmm.
degree.
Hmm. Okay.
And there are those who do. There are those who are on the side. The idea of America, from my position, was pre-Bacon's Rebellion.
Wow.
Okay, that's when America was America, or at least close to it being almost something like what it could have been. But after Bacon's Rebellion, it became evil, and they went full bore down the line with no brakes at all, and they still ain't stepped on the brake.
Hmm. That's clarity.
Okay, so vaguely, since we got this little lull, and it is Saturday morning, right? Saturday morning, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Got it.
any football fans in the house?
Right here. College only.
Hey, listen, Michigan beat Ohio State. It's been a great
Oh,
year.
two
Get
whippings.
off
They
my,
got two
get off my
whippings.
Ohio State. I'm a Buckeye man. I'm a Ohio State fan.
But they
Hey,
got two
listen, man,
whippings though.
I'm not gonna be. And he brought up God.
Guys, enjoy your day. Thank you for inviting me in and letting me be a part of the conversation today.
Absolutely. Man, don't get it wrong. I have no real issue with Buckeyes and Ohio State. I think they've been an excellent program for an extended period of time. You know, there was that period when Tressel told Cooper, "Bend over, boy. Here it comes."
Hmm.
And and then there were times it was the other way around. And so be it. And but that's what rivalries do. And who's your team? Go.
Well, since my son play D2, but I've been a Colorado CU fan for since 1980.
Oh, so you
Oh,
with Dion now?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. I've been a fan of that team ever since my oldest. Well, ever since I was in high school and wanted to go to college to play baseball, but they didn't have a baseball team. So,
I got you. You got passion. You know what? You know where it lies. That's great.
oh
That's
yeah,
good.
oh yeah.
So how is What is it?
Shador. Oh yeah,
Shador. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's gonna go top. He's gonna go top.
Well, he's going. Oh, he's going
Okay,
like
so
for sure.
Yeah. And
receiver
Travis,
and
yeah.
DB.
No, yeah, Travis gonna get, yeah, he's gonna get Heisman. Yeah. That's he's a
receiver, and he played.
yeah.
So he playing both positions.
Yeah, that kid is he's it. As they say, these young folks say, he's him.
Yeah, well, I have to wait for him to leave the sucky team he's getting ready to get drafted to.
I know that's right. That's what he got. Oh wow. And his son, Sador, he's probably gonna go but maybe second round, high
Okay.
second round, maybe high first, low first round. Yeah, and his
He
oldest
playing
son,
cornerback, right? Or
no,
is it
that's
he
the
playing cornerback
quarterback.
or quarter?
That's the quarterback. This Sador is the quarterback, and Shiloh is the safety. He probably go maybe about fifth or sixth round.
Hmm. That's
But they,
accurate.
Oh, he getting ready. He getting ready to put three in at one time.
yep. Actually, he probably got. I'm looking. He probably. I say probably about 10 guys on that team can go pro.
No, not knocking that. I'm just saying, as
Yeah.
a personal, your tree, your lineage, that literally your tree just put three in one
Hmm.
year.
I mean, that's what every kid's. I mean, if my boys, I mean, I would love for my son to go play for him. I would love it.
I'm a firm believer in at this particular point in time, if the HBCUs would have flipped, I would actually send all of our athletes, all of our black athletes to HBCUs. I wouldn't go to another school. Y'all go turn that ABC, NBC, ESPN, y'all go turn that money into heading toward them HBCUs. The only way that's going to happen is if the talent runs to the HBCUs, in my opinion. But as long as the talent stand at these major universities and yada, 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 that's where the dollar's going.
Yeah. And plus, you gotta look at it this way. That's where they came from when I was in high school and in college. They came from the HBUs.
Yeah.
That's where they came from. Damn good
Because
athletes.
they were still playing, we can only have so many good guys like y'all on the team.
That's right.
You know. But it is what it is right now. Now, do you ever get a chance to listen to the New Black Media Go? Have you listened to any of the podcasts or
I,
broadcasts
I
yet?
I didn't catch him live. I go back and catch him like 2 or 3 days after.
I got you.
And I'm trying to catch it live, but my schedule, like I say, my schedule is so
Oh, no, don't worry about your schedule, man. Just get it.
messed up. Yeah. Yes.
When it comes, if the opportunity presents itself and you get a chance to call in, great. The
Hmm.
idea, like I said, is just to get the message, get the knowledge, get the information, see where we at, see what the plan is. Okay, who on the horizon? Okay, where they coming from? That's what it's about. Each one reach one, each one teach
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And I'm familiar with every last one of them because I mean, I was shit part of it back up in the early 80, 85, 86, 87, around that area. But I was
Yeah,
very
that's
much
about the
like you
time I
say.
lost my mind.
Yeah, you're staying alone so many times as you can tell as a black male when you sometimes the only one in the room sometime and you're staying alone and you get tired of it and you kind of recess yourself and get away just like, hey, you know what, I'm tired of being the only one.
Right.
And that's been going on for so long in my lifetime. So, now I'm starting to kind of step out and step ahead because I got the kids out of the way and I can somewhat do the things that I want to do. I'm not there yet. I got probably about 2 more years when I'm gonna unleash I'm gonna take off the muzzle
Uh-oh.
because I hold back a lot. I got
Tell me something. I told you there's a reason I ain't doing going live, didn't I?
yeah
Uh,
yeah
we all get in position, but that's what's needed. We got to get in position because we can't stop our flow, our current.
hmm
We can't do that. So I'll never tell anybody to put it all on the line and you don't got no backing.
yeah.
That's insane. That's exactly what Kanye did. Except he got money, but he just blew himself up, and he thought he had the support that he didn't have. He had the influence,
Mm-hmm.
but he doesn't
Oh,
really
well,
have the
I
grassroots support. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
he had money. I'm not gonna say he had influence. He
No,
had money.
no, he got influence and he got money. He got it, but you see what they did to his money, because all his money comes from them.
Right. Again, the puppet master
Yeah.
loves to break his tools.
Mm. Mm.
Okay?
Yep.
That happens every time.
Mm.
There's not one puppet who has not been broken.
You right about that?
And if they ain't been broken yet, they
It's
just right, it's coming. It's coming. Look at what they did to Michael Steele. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay?
But it also comes to a point in time in your life when you have all of these resources, meaning money. When is enough is enough. Where you got to say, okay, I got enough. It's time for me to do this. It's time for me to do the sacrifice now. So this is what I'm going to do. And each and every last one of them have enough resources to just say, okay, all right, I got enough, so I can make some. I
They've
can make some
had
real
more than
noise.
enough resources. They've had more than enough resources for far too long for that to be really an excuse anymore. Okay, because it's really so. I can only say what Warren Buffett said. What didn't you get with the first 500 million that you got?
That's right.
You
Yep.
need to get
That's
more.
what you need. Yep.
You need 500
And that's what I'm
bucks.
saying. Yep, exactly what I'm
And if
saying.
you and if all you're still going for is more, you're a detriment to
You,
society. You're not a
that's
help
it.
to society. You're a parasite and a leech.
I tell it to these guys on this job over here. You've been here 35, 40 years, and you mean to tell me you don't have shit? What did you do? You should have retired 20 years ago. I mean, at 20 years. Why are you still here? Get that job to a younger kid. Let him raise his family, feed his family. But you're in the way now.
At
And yet,
that
guess
point,
what?
yeah.
2, 3 years later, you hear about him. Guess what happened to him? He passed away.
Yeah.
See these guys. See, I had this guy in the plant. He was like that. He worked afternoons and had his wife and kids, but because he worked afternoons, he didn't really get to spend a lot of time with his kids. Well, 20 years later, your kid's grown.
Hmm. Yeah.
You barely spent any time with them. Okay. Now, just about the time he was getting ready to retire, his wife died. Now, kids don't know him and or like him. All he got is the job. And we know plant history if you don't know plant
Oh
history.
yeah.
Okay. You
Been there.
cats leave that job. If they've been in a job for so long and they leave that job, generally 2 to 3 years, they moved on. They've transitioned. And I understand it because they've been productive, they've been busy, and then suddenly they've been go sit down and do nothing. That's difficult to adjust to as an elder with no one and nothing back there waiting on you. So sometimes they'll stay on because they really just don't have anything else. This is their only. There's no neighbors coming to the door to check on them. Ain't no kids coming and saying, "Hey, how you
Yep.
doing?" That phone is not ringing. Okay.
Yeah, I
Your
understand that.
only
Oh yeah.
your only source of communication with the outside world is the 8 hours you spend at work.
But that's when you got to go out and get that land, put something on that land where
You got to give yourself
it'll
something
keep
for
you
sure.
busy.
Yes.
You got to keep busy.
Plus, that's how you stumble upon your $1 million idea, in my opinion. If you're staying busy and you're keeping your brain active, and if you can manage to keep your hands active as well,
Hmm.
great
Cousin,
things get accomplished then.
Cutting, you had another good idea for a shirt. I'm trying to remember. You said something that I'm like, you need to make that into a shirt. I forgot what you said. It was earlier. I wish I would have wrote
today.
it. Yeah, today. And what you think
Yeah,
about
man.
those designs? You never got back. What do you think
I
about
was actually gonna ask you too. Which one did you like? I told you I like the third one, the one at the bottom right.
the bottom right? Okay. Let me
The
go
circle with the
with the
I want to
interlocking.
say, yeah, the interlocking hands. But okay, I want to say like this.
Hold on. Let me go. Keep talking.
I got you. Um, what I was actually thinking was something along the lines of him as a single entity on the front of his shirt, just looking, but also with the phrase under him, and a picture of her on the back, and what her image potentially could be on the back of his shirt, with her saying, "I got your back."
But are they back to back?
Well, his basically yes, but he's on the front of the shirt, she's on the back of the shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this way again, I guess the imagery would be going around, so there's this complete circle. There and he's looking for the woman basically who's going to complete the circle for him,
Mm-hmm.
and she's looking for the man that's going to complete the circle for her.
Okay, I could.
So
I
so
could
as a
definitely.
female, she's going to be on the front of the shirt, or will be her picture on the front of the shirt, and her mystery guy on the back of the shirt. But still, kind of, see what I'm saying?
You couldn't do that on the front? With them what like they're standing right up in the middle of the shirt, and she got her back to him,
So
or
I
vice
pulled.
versa.
So I
Yes, you
pulled up.
could. Yes, you could. But
Yeah,
the idea is again,
by it being on the back. Yeah, I understand that.
right? I need you to have 180 of my. I got 180 in your front. You have 180 in my back.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so I got the third one.
And
So the third one is that the one with the Harlem? Can you tell me the Harlem Renaissance thing? That's the one with the Harlem Renaissance thing. The brothers in the bow tie and the girl. Hold on, let me go back. Let me go back to it.
see, and that one, what I was saying on that aspect is that shirt could be used for multiple genres of Black history.
Okay.
Yes, the Western. Yes, the Harlem Renaissance. Yes, the 60s. Yes, the 70s. You understand what I'm saying? These periods can also, it's just these periods in time can be used as well, is what I was trying to get to when I was saying about the different genres and imagery. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just the Western. It's cool. Yeah, I like the Western. I like it. But I'm just saying the other ones as well. That's what I was getting at when I was saying that, if that makes sense.
What did you say again, brother? Because you got two shirts now that I got to do for you, brother. You said something. You said something earlier today, man.
You gotta understand, man.
I don't
I
know
am
why.
an idea machine, man. This
Oh
is
my
what
God.
I've been trying to.
Oh my God, man. I was like, man, we got to turn that. That one needs to be a shirt too. And
But
it was
what I
just a
really want to
statement.
do,
It was just a statement that you said. It was just a statement that you said. Oh my God! I wish I would have wrote. I should have just wrote it down. I don't know. I wanted to interject, but I didn't want to just cut people off while they were talking. You had said something.
no, brother. Again, when you get here, you gonna realize you gonna have to interject immediately, okay?
Right. But
Because
no,
the
but no,
recall,
yeah. But no, I got you on the shirt. I mean, I thought of that too. I thought of putting the man on the front and the woman on the back, like you
hmm
were talking about. I thought about that too. Uh, I thought about that too, but kind of make them looking like they're standing, looking forward, but you still see their back a little bit, and she's standing looking forward, but you still see her back a little bit, but she's on the back and he's on the front. But if you put them, if you put it in reverse, just my opinion, I think the man needs to be in the lead. The man needs to be in the front because he's watching the front and she's watching the back. I thought that's just
I
wrong.
Well, you
No,
can do
I
you can
get
do
that
both.
part.
You can do
What I'm
both.
getting at is you're gonna have her looking for her mate as well.
So you can do one
So
for the
you want to
female, one
have
for the male.
so you want to have the man in the front looking for his mate, and you want to have the girl in the back looking for her mate. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
So a
But they're
female.
both standing in a circle, but they don't quite know that they're the circle yet.
So should there be like a mystery person in the back of each,
Yes.
even on the front, and then a mystery person in the back for her? Is that what you're saying?
In essence, yes.
Okay.
Now I'm not because the idea wanted to be more encompassing of any and everyone. Because although I wanted to be FBA, if it's a marriage inducing or a shirt that is constituting things of again engagement in marriage, it's going to go beyond foundational black folks. So I'm not going to I don't want to limit it to it right off the top. Well, not, yeah, off the top I do, but I don't want to limit it in its entirety.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm assuming there's going to be some proud Latinos, some proud Caucasians, some proud Asians.
See,
No,
That's,
see, when we
I
talked
get
about this
that.
last time,
uh-huh.
I wanted to do a spinoff from yours and just put 360 with a cowboy hat on the top.
All right.
Okay. I mean, I got some extra designs that I I pretty much when I thought of what he was saying, I had the Western idea of
Mm-hmm.
a man in the front doing this, and the woman in the back of him doing this with the cowboy hat on.
Right.
That's originally what I had to me. Like, no, we need Harlem Renaissance. And I did the Harlem Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance came out good, actually. I like the Harlem Renaissance
Mm-hmm.
feel and theme to it. And I still got one with the Harlem Renaissance with the cowboy hat on too. But if I'm correct, you said you like the third. The third one is the one with the dude in the bow tie and her in her classic Harlem Renaissance wear with the with the design kind of in her. Let me look at it again.
Yeah. Let me get up in here. Look. Yeah. 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 Okay. I'm at the Western color still. Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
and it got the cards, and it got the long cigarettes. It got the jazz. Is that the
No, I'm
one?
still in Western. I got, oh, shit.
I sent you some new ones. You gotta look at the new ones. I
Okay.
think
There.
you
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
old.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the new ones.
Yes.
With that Western, you're gonna put that as a cowboy rope?
Which one?
Oh, it could be.
The Western should be
It
a
could be,
cowboy rope.
but
It could be.
okay.
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many. Like I said, there's so many things. Like I use AI a lot, man. And I've gotten so good at it. I can make it do some things that other people can't even do. I can make it do some things. Especially the more detailed you are, the better results you're gonna get. The more detailed you are, the better results you're gonna get. The more precise. Put this here. Put this there. Give me. I mean, it'll produce some stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
It'll produce some stuff.
Okay, when I'm looking at the damn. Okay, let me say it like this. I like the big main picture right off the top on the Harlem
You like that?
Renaissance.
Okay.
I do like that one. The number one under it, cute but too colorful. It went that the rainbows a little bit too much on that one.
Keep talking. I'm gonna just look at it. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I got you, but that dead center, yeah, yeah, because you mentioned that with this. Yeah, let me get a big look at this one. Okay, yeah, that's the cigarettes, and I see the colors are less flamboyant, shall I say? They're less strong, and I like that in this one. But I do like this one, brother. I do like this one.
I'm saying, man. I mean, you got. Actually, you got a couple shirts, couple different
Wait a
versions of
minute.
shirts that we can use.
Okay, say it again.
I think you got a couple different versions of the shirt that we could use. It doesn't have to be just one. I mean, we're ultimately gonna pick one, but we can have some variations. Like there's some variations in there that you could say, okay,
Oh yeah, that was my point.
Yeah.
It's not just locking in. It's always to make it fluid.
Mhm.
Let me say it like this. I wanted to trend, but I ain't trying to have the trend stop.
Right.
But yeah, this one, that one speaks to me. That one kind of says
So which one?
elegance.
The very first one, or the one in the middle with the circle? That one resonates.
I like both of those. That's what I'm saying. I like
Okay.
both of those.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we can do something with both of them. We can do something with both of them. We can do something with both of them. Then I'll put the words in. I got 180 degrees of your front, and on the back, I got 180 degrees of your back. And we can do the third version, the one that you said. You want the woman in the front and the man in the back. We can do that. We can have 3 versions of that. So that'll be real tough. I
Yeah.
think that'll be real tough, man. And what I can do with that is I can set you up an account and get you on something called Gumroad. And what you want to do is turn your TikTok into a business account, and then you have access to the link in the bio. And all you gotta do is click that link in the bio, and they can purchase your product directly. Boom, 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 boom.
Man, and here's what I need to know. Yeah, man. I told you I was thinking about doing these things with these dogs, or with dogs. Man, I actually have a store. I got an online store, bro.
Okay. Oh, you got to. Okay. That's good. Okay.
Well,
Send it to me. Send me the link. Let me check it
yeah, I
out.
can do that.
I ain't gonna take none of your stuff, man. Just send me the link. I just
No,
want to check it out.
no, brother. Shit, you better get it now.
I like. You know, that's a good niche type of business. Anything because so many people love dogs. So many people love dogs.
And
Like a great idea if somebody wanted to create like a dog T-shirt for dog lovers, especially them sweaters, them Christmas type sweaters with the dogs on them.
Hmm.
I don't want to give away too much game, but that's an idea right there. Yeah, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the ones that look. I don't want to say they look ugly, but they stand out. But they're like those knitted sweaters with the dogs on them. You know those type of sweaters I'm talking about. That they look real. You don't want to wear them all the time. But you wear them. It's like you wear them around the house. You wear them. You wear them when you go out, and people just know, oh, that's a dog lover. And it's like one of them weird greenish type of Christmassy shirts, but with the dog on it. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, you see
Like
it in the link. You see
those.
it down there.
Let me see. Hold on. You put it in the chat. Just send
Yeah.
it to my direct mail me if you can. DM me.
Okay. Matter of fact, I just put it in Discord. That's what I do it that way.
Yeah, put it. Yeah. Better yet, put it in the Discord. Just send it to me in the Discord. That'll work. Okay, I like that. Okay, let me hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Pull it up now. Let me pull that up now. Check you out. Who built your store for you?
Somebody out in California.
Okay.
You know, I got some stuff I'm still supposed to be doing with, but my time frame and my real interest in it has faded because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. And I know I got to just put some more into it.
I'm gonna look at it right now and tell you if it's up to par real quick. I'm gonna just look at it real quick.
I tell you right now, just right off the top, no, I ain't gonna say that on this. I'll let you say what you're gonna say.
No, I
And
like
see
it.
if you're.
I like it. Okay. Look at you over here. Okay. This isn't a Shopify store though, right?
No, it's drop shipping.
Now I know it's dropshipping, but you didn't use like the Shopify platform to create this.
No.
Yeah. No, but I still like it. Don't get me wrong. I still like it. It's, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's aspects of it I still think were chintzy. But then,
Okay. Where doggy quirks are celebrated. Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to do something with this, man.
Yeah, man. It's because I'm not socially active. You gotta understand, man. Pre-COVID, before COVID, my wife and I shut our life down.
Mm.
Okay. My life didn't change a dot when COVID happened. Not one comma, not one T changed. And it still ain't today. Okay.
You are essential worker.
I was actually.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was. And just about time that thing was getting ready to kick up large, I got out the thing. I got let go for a tacky ass reason. And but I was cool with it because my wife's condition was contingent upon, a healthy breathing atmosphere. So where I was working, I was semi working in the public, and a lot of cats and kittens. I'm like, hey, even though I'm working midnights, I'm still dealing with more folks than, with no masks at this particular period in time and all these things. So the idea of being let go at that period, no, cool, perfect.
A blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing. Yep. Shit.
Right, cool, perfect. So
Are you
at
able to
that point,
update this at any? Are you able to update this on your own, or you have to go through that guide to update this? Are you able to like to
I can
change?
update something. You mean like I put in products in?
Yeah, put product in, correct?
Yeah, I can put products in. I told you, probably, I got a spot. If you want to put your shit out on other spots, obviously I got a spot. You can put it out. Okay.
No, I like no. I like. I've been saying if you can add some like a lot of the clothes, like I'm in your clothing, the clothing part, the apparel part of it, and I like this. I like this. I know dog lovers will like this. They're gonna like this. Okay. No, whoever did your stuff is clean. This brother's legit. This brother's legit. Use them again. It doesn't all. I just know Shopify because I use Shopify for a lot of things.
Right.
But this is clean. This is more like what is it called? This is more like I forgot what it's called. I can't remember. It'll come to me. It'll come to me because I used to make these type of sites when I first started doing websites. I used to make these type of sites at first, and
Right.
then I got into Shopify. I just like Shopify because they have so many things inclusive in there. Okay, beds and furniture. Okay.
See, the only thing I didn't like for me personally,
Okay.
it was just the first opening page. That just looked
I actually like the first opening page. I think it looks clean. It's clean because here's the thing. You don't want something too complicated
true.
that people don't know. Your site is pretty straightforward and easy. Like if somebody wants to go on here and buy something, they can go on here and buy something and get in and out pretty quick. And that's what you want. People, when things look too complicated, they'll be like, you know. So this is very clean and minimalistic and professional. Only thing I would say, I would want to update. I mean, even the pictures is cool. The pictures is cool. I would say maybe update it a little bit of the picture, but it's clean. It's straightforward. My only thing would be why wouldn't they go to the store why would they go to your site instead of go to the store? That was my
In
only.
this particular instance, while I do understand the idea is
That's my only other
there are
concern.
some things you would rather have delivered than rather have to go and get.
Gotcha. And I would say you need to put something on here that nobody else got. You need to put an item or something real unique that nobody else got, and that could be a draw too. Like if you could take some of this stuff and just maybe add your twist on it, perfect it. Take the same idea, get it in the right manufacturer's hands, have them fix it, have them make it, have them improve on it, and then put that out there. But I'm gonna be honest, brother. I like this. I think you definitely need to do something with this. and get it popping for sure. Ooh, look at the
I
dog.
just, like I said, my social media aspect, my footprint is 125 people, I think. Okay,
Oh, you gotta get
and
this.
that's
You gotta start
that's
promoting this, brother. And you got. I also think you need to put an FBA tag on there and let people know, hey, this is FBA. This is all me.
I thought about doing that. I did.
I think you need to do that.
I did.
Let people know that you're because like this is a black owned business. Maybe even put a more black American section on there so people can kind of be like, okay. Like imagine if you had
That's
your
actually
dog.
I will probably.
Imagine if you had your dog walking around with FBA gear on. Ooh, 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 ooh. FBA dog, FBA dog,
A collar,
collar. Ooh,
leash.
leash.
See,
Ooh, you got to add that section in there, man.
it's coming now.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and we only got like 6 people in. Nobody can come together with that stuff that fast, brother. So this is all for you. I'm just brainstorming for you right now because I
I
like this.
got you. I'm down. I'm here.
Oh, I like this. I like this site. I really do. I like it. I'm not even going to front. I'm not even going to front. For not being a Shopify store, I like it. I like it.
Now listen, let me say, I don't know what they did. I ain't gonna tell you if it's Shopify or not. I don't know. All I know is I ain't do it. I came
It
up with the
could be.
cash. Right, it could be.
Could be.
But I had to, let me say it like this. Most of the products I had to load up.
Are
They
you
put
paying
some in, but
paying a monthly fee for this?
yeah.
Okay. It could be. It's not a lot. It's like in like 20, 15, 20, 30 bucks.
No, $50.
That's too much. That's why I like Shopify a little bit cheaper, but again, it's still
Understandable.
it's still a good store. I can't tell you to change. I would keep it the way it is, and I would just add to. I would just add to at this point, and maybe update the pictures a little bit so it doesn't look so. I don't know if it's
Exactly.
like 1990ish.
That's what I was getting at. It seems, I don't want to date it. That's
Yeah,
I guess
it
the
just
problem.
it does seem a little dated. I will say that does seem a little, but for it being clean, like it looked like this store been around a while. Like you're a fixture in this niche right here. Like it's been
Okay,
around.
how do I get there as a new customer?
Say
Let's
again.
see. If I was a new customer, how do I get there?
How do
Doug
you get
does
to the website?
dogs.
Get on the
Okay.
site.
Give them your
DougDoesDogs.com.
yeah. Let me. You want me to make it so they can see so he can see it on the comments because the comments blurred it out. So nobody.
Yeah, sure, why
Yeah.
not?
There you go, right there. Check that out. It's scroll up a little bit and you'll see cousin's name and you'll see DougDoesDogs.com.
Okay.
I just made it so you can see so it could be seen. I like it. I like it, man. I like it. I really do. But holding back on us, cousin. You're holding back
Well,
on us.
listen, man.
Come on, man. Man, I should have
Listen,
known.
me and the shadows are we real comfortable with each other, brother. This damn light is uncomfortable, okay?
Nah, brother, we got to get you out there, brother. Listen, man, we can no longer be in the shadows or in the background. It's time that we start letting, stand on business, let people know what, who it is, what we're doing, what we stand for.
Well, that's actually why I decided I'm gonna go on and, like I said, put this out there. I'm gonna let it out there, trust the family. Yeah, come on out here. Come turn this brother into a millionaire.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. That's what it is, man. We got to listen. We have the ability to make millionaires, and we need more righteous brothers with the money, and not these lame, these narcissistic, selfish people. We need more good people with principles, with power, that stand for something to get this money and do something great in our community. That's not tied to anything that can control you. If your people got your back, you can do anything. If you got look at Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was able to walk amongst the common folk. A lot of celebrities, a lot of people, they can't do that.
No.
They can't do it. They have to alienate themselves from regular common people because they don't have it. They're gonna get robbed. Let's keep it a buck. But good people, man, them are the ones we need to celebrate. Them are the ones we need to make sure that we shower with love, affection, support, because they're not getting it. They're not. People want to take advantage of good people. They want to take advantage of them.
Absolutely.
And it's time that we stand on business. Like, hey, you can't take advantage of me. I'm good. I'm decent, but you know, we draw the line. I'm standing on business. But I think you definitely need to do something with this site. I like that you already got up and running. You just need some social media marketing now. You need to start doing little organic stuff. Matter of fact, I'll try to send you something. I'll try to send you like a PDF of what you can start doing that doesn't cost anything, just to start getting the buzz ringing. And if you consistently do this, you'll start getting organic sales without using any social media. You'll start getting just organic people, and make sure you promote it in the live. Promote your business. Yeah. Promote it. Man, listen, my store, it did better than it did last year.
Yeah, I heard you say that, brother. Oh, I heard you say that. I was like, wait a minute. Let me, before this daggum Christmas thing go by, let me go on and shoot. Let me let these folks know.
For your boy, man. And shout out to 𝗣𝗲𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶 showed up for your. I mean, a lot of people showed up for your boy, man. I appreciate it.
That'll work. And I've been meaning to also, whenever it happens, to make sure and give another shout out to 𝗣𝗲𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶, because I know she's probably still going through her thing.
Yeah, keep her in prayer. I don't know what happened today. I don't know what happened with everybody, man. But we got. You know, all I can say is I can only work with the willing and the committed. You know, I just put together the NDA right now. I'm gonna get that out to everybody. So everybody has the NDA, and we can get that signed and get that out the way. And start moving this thing forward. You know, I'm not here to rush anybody to do anything, but I do want to keep us with a sense of urgency. You know, I do want to build that trust and that relationship with the group so we can start doing things. And I know everybody got different times and things like that, but we still got to just tap in. And I'm going to get better at communicating through the Discord a lot too. I'm going to get way better at that. You know.
Are we going to do this, or are we going back to nights? Because I got to tell you, it's difficult. I didn't realize how loud my job was.
Yeah, man, it is loud. I'm gonna try to switch it up. I'm gonna try to, nights actually work better for me.
I do understand, and I do get it.
You know, and morning times, a lot of times, man, I'm rushing, y'all. Like I'm like, it gets so good, and we chopping up some game that I don't even want to leave the family. I'm like, no, we gotta nail this home a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm trying to free up. And like I said, I would love for this to be my full time, but it's not. I gotta get out there and make money. I got a wife. I got a family that I want to start. I want to start having some kids, man.
All right, now.
I want to start having some kids, man. It's time. I want to start working on my legacy, teaching my kids, making sure the black consciousness being passed down to them, making sure that they dangerous. I want my kids to be dangerous. I don't want them to be docile, and I want them to be, better than me. I want them to be powerful. So, who knows, man? Maybe I can produce some leaders out here, some people that are some movers and shakers out here that are going to, change the projection of the FBA family in a positive way.
And you just keep them out of the suburbs.
Yeah, keep out of the suburbs.
That's the only thing I'm kicking myself about. Kicking myself out about that.
Well, you know what, man? That's why property is so important. You gotta have spots. You gotta have more than one spot.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a place that that's grandma's house that's never gonna be sold. And then you got to have that nice place, that nice nigga when you need to just get away. And you got to teach your kids, hey, this is where we come from.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Now mine's well rounded. Now they know they'll show out. But
What's up,
they're
Dream?
structured. They're structured real well, and uh, they kind of too quiet, docile. And I try to tell them to turn loose. I have to tell them to turn loose. You go, hey, look, handle your business. Oh, yeah, say MF sometime. But don't disrespect your elders. But if
Right,
somebody
right,
piss you off, go in. You go in hard.
right, right.
Yeah, listen, don't let your toe keep getting stepped on.
Yeah.
No,
Because they will keep stepping on your toe
Oh
that's
yeah.
until
right.
you finally tell them,
You're right. You got to
get
put
your
that
off my
warrior
foot.
spirit. You got to put that warrior spirit in them and let them know it's okay to stand on business, especially when
And
it's righteous. It's
yep.
okay. You got to be like, hey, hold on. This ain't the time to be quiet.
And it's good when you got a 26-year-old and a 20-year-old ask your dad, is it okay if I cuss?
Yes, yes, you do.
Hell
You done a
yeah.
damn good job, sir.
Just
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Man, listen. I had a youth pastor one time. We were hiking up in the mountains. It was cold, and the first time I ate cold chicken, man, it was the best. We were hiking up in the mountains. It was snowing, and he was like, he was a youth pastor. He was like, you can cuss, but you got to know what it means. You can't just be using the word and not know what it
Hmm.
means. He was like, now he kind of sounded like that. What is high? What is higher? What is higher learning? He kind of had that little feel to it.
Right.
This was like, what is mother? What is MFer? What is MFer? What does it mean? See, it's somebody who sleeps with their mother. That's an insult. We had that thing. I was like, man, this dude had us. We was in church. This dude was a youth pastor. Had us cussing all the way up the dang trail, teaching us how to be men, trying to teach us how to be men.
Yep.
It was crazy. I was like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, but he was telling you the truth.
That's right.
Yeah, he was. And we need more brothers like that, like in Boys in the Hood, like what you call it? What's his name? Pops, Cuba Gooding's Pops, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah,
Fish
We
mark,
need
yeah.
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 we need brothers like that in the community that don't move away. Because I think what was he, a lawyer or something like that? He was something. I think it's
Hmm.
possible or something illegal. We need people like that just be like, hey man, I'm here. I'm here for the community. I need to make sure I'm being an example for young men. My father was like that. He was an example for the whole neighborhood, the whole block.
Yep.
Everybody knew my dad.
Yeah, man. I
And
just
now that I think about it, my minus the lawyer part, my dad was Lawrence Fishburne in Boys in the Hood.
no. My dad was James Evans in the neighborhood. Okay.
Okay, there you
And
go.
here's the thing: the other parents got together and decided, yeah, he gonna be the one that everybody's gonna fear and revere. So the entire neighborhood, yeah, that's their house right there. Yeah. Oh, that they. No, no. You be quiet walking past that house. That
And
was
that's the good. Yep. That's the good thing about it. Yep. That's
and
structure, and they knew what a structure
right,
was.
right, and that wasn't like the other parents weren't around because again, most of the families that I grew up with, mom and dad, but at time era was very different, obviously. But mom and dad was always families grew up together. Mom and dad was
Hmm.
present, so it was funny to hear it because these are the things that your parents were doing that you didn't know that they were doing as their children. So when I spoke earlier before about your parents setting up umbrellas and shields that you knew nothing about, this is how they were doing it. They knew that Miss Johnson could cook. They
Hmm.
knew that Miss Jones couldn't cook. Okay.
That's
Where the
right.
kids go eat this week? Okay, we know they gonna eat over there. They gonna eat at Joe house over this day. Go eat at my house this time. They knew these things. They had it set up. But being children, without the filter, this is why a filter for our youth is very important. helps them be able to discern those things that are proper and those things that are improper, rather than just having information. You know that fire is hot, okay? But
right.
you didn't really learn fire was hot till you got burned, okay? That's kind of how that was.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea was to just make sure your kids know when something's hot, something's hot. And if they make a mistake and come clean, then you do what you're supposed to do when your child has made a mistake and they've come clean about their mistake. Do you actually punish them for doing the right thing?
You got an iPhone, cousin?
No.
Okay, because I know some of the iPhones, they have noise cancellation on the iPhones. Maybe there's an app that you can download that'll help cancel out some of that noise in the background when you come on. I don't know if
That's basically these earbuds, and I don't know if it's just because I got my volume up so high, potentially, that you're getting all the extra echo and background off these earbuds.
No. Nothing's wrong with these earbuds. Like you sound perfect on these. So if you already have that, I'm saying maybe while you're working, you have those in or something like that. I don't know. But you sound,
I do. That's what's happening.
Also,
I have those earbuds in.
And it's still picking up.
You got to.
Yeah.
Well, it should be able to cancel out too, huh?
Maybe I'll put in my Bose and see what happened with them.
Okay.
That might be better in that regard. But the PA system and generally music, and if that particular moment I just happened to walk into a freezer,
Man,
and
we heard it.
You're right. It was like, holy shit! What did I do?
I was like, what's this brother do? He going into a cave, a tunnel? What's going on over here? I was like, oh man, we gotta mute this, brother. That's loud. The mic was hot.
Right, and that's why I was like, oh snap! Let me go and get out of here, y'all. That just so at most, I might be able to have a few words here and there on the nights.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. But yeah, nights are actually working better for me. But I'm gonna try to mix it up. Maybe once or twice during the week. Go in the morning, just to tap in. We gotta.
I think that's what it is too. Cats got used to us, I guess, in the morning.
Man, we were dominating the morning, man. We were.
That's what I'm saying. They got used to that.
Yeah.
And then it went away, and then they went and found these other lesser panels, shall I say? And I don't say it to say that these panels are out of pocket, but we like to invite the intelligentsia.
We're not just denigrating. We're not just denigrating Africans and Caribbeans. I mean, we do that. I mean, we call out what they're doing. Well, we spit some real game over here. This is a more mature live.
Exactly.
We're gonna give you something that you can actually take with you and use it and apply it. You know what I'm saying? So, other than just sitting up here, and we can always fill the room when we do that. Anytime we want to just shoot the breeze and fill the room, we can just start bringing up these tethers, man, and just giving them the business. And to me, that's okay, but it's just not. It's not really what I care. It's not really what I care about.
As you said, punching down don't help us.
Yeah, I don't want to punch down. I mean, these are young cats. I mean, I remember we had like a kid up in here one time, and he was like, well, I was like, man, I don't want to punch down on no 16-year-old kid because he don't know no better, or try to get intellectual with a mind that's not fully developed and functioning properly. That doesn't move me. I'd rather just give that kid, let me give you the game of what you're going to face in your cycle as becoming a man. Let me switch into that mode and give you some game that you can use. Especially if you're in your 20s. If you're a young man in your 20s, let me just put on the teacher hat, put on the mentor hat, and say, hey, listen, brother, you're going to face some challenges growing up. Women are going to try to pull you in this direction, that direction. Everybody's going to try to get you off your square. If you don't stay focused, if you don't stay disciplined, if you don't do this, that in your 20s, you're going to have a rough 30s, 40s, 50s, and on up. There's some things you just got to do and get out the way early. You got to perfect and master your skill while you're young. why you got the strength. You don't want to be 40 years old trying to muster it up, and it's just not going to be the same. It's just not going to be the same. So I would rather do that than punch down on some of these tabs. Especially the bullying that's going on in the schools now. People, these young kids are coming in here listening to the live, and they're taking it back to their schools, and they're saying, they getting on these Africans' heads. I mean, let's keep it a buck. They getting on these
Exactly.
Africans' heads. They sure are. They sure are.
Hey, first off, what's up? Good morning, panel.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Too much.
Pat. How are you today, sir?
All right. Thanks for asking, man. Too much, man. You're gonna be proud of me, man.
Okay.
I did something last night that I ain't never done before in my life, man.
Talk to me.
Man, I went to a panel, man. It shot me into another live after I got off your live.
Okay.
And they was in there making false accusations about my boy, Dr. No Job.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I was going to go in there, and I said, I'll just leave it. I just saw that. It's like a 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗏 up, and I was like, I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah, and Dr. No Job have thoroughly debunked everything that they were saying about him. You know what I'm saying? They playing a fake video where they chopped up what he was saying, and he played the real video all the way through. So they taking what he was saying out of context. You know what I'm saying? And he has even addressed these same people head on. Like, he allowed them to come into his live, and he addressed them and had them looking foolish. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I went into the live. It kicked me into their live after I got out of yours. And when I seen that they were still in there with the nonsense, man, I told on them fools, man. I recorded that live, man. I ain't never told on nobody in my life. You hear me? I told them.
I'm using their tactics, what they do to us against them. They get shut down.
I pressed that flag, man. They asked for a comment. I wrote it as perfect English as I could. You hear me?
He said, I straight told. Did they live come down when you did that?
I ain't sticking around. I should have stuck around. I ain't sticking around to find out.
Oh man, they be doing that to my life, man. It starts with one of them, and then they all just pile in the room, and they hear what I'm saying, and they all get on code and try to take me down. And
they get their feelings hurt. Yeah. That's all that is.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's one thing though, when they be telling on our stuff, and we be just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? But to make something up like that and put that on something, to be lying blatantly and putting that on somebody, man, that's really illegal, man, and it's dangerous.
It really is. That's basically a criminal offense.
Yeah, really. Like, if we knew who was behind those profile pictures or whatever, they could.
Oh, they don't seem to be hiding who behind it. Listen, that's the problem.
When I see what they were now I gotta expect they're gonna try to catch me slipping like that too. Now, if they're going after Dr. No Job hard like this, I gotta assume that they're gonna be having rooms talking about me the same way. I just gotta assume that, and I just gotta be ready for that. It is what it is. I try to carry myself in a certain way. And here's the thing. Here's the thing I love about being FBA. If being FBA, you don't have to lie. All we gotta do is stand on business. We don't gotta make up nothing, because our stuff is thoroughly documented. Thoroughly. To the point where you can go look. It's in the census. You can go look it up. You can Google it, and what we're saying is gonna pop up. When they say, "Oh, black people weren't here in in America until the 1600s," that's a lie. We got documentation to prove it. It can be Google. We have YT explorers telling you what
their documentation. Yep. That's the killer. It's their documentation.
Freaking Columbus told you he thought this was the West Indies. It's documented, man. We got paperwork. We got paperwork that says American Negro and African Negro. Why would they have to say American Negro and African Negro if there wasn't a difference?
That was your live where you pulled up the list of all
Yeah,
the different people.
American Creole Wolfie. Shout out to
Wolfie.
Wolfie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
Mm-hmm.
out
Mm-hmm.
to
Whoopi do it
Wolfie.
right
yeah.
there. Look,
Wolfie
Whoopi's the
hard head.
repeater.
Listen, Wolfie, man, Wolfie. When man, listen. I feel bad for anybody that got to go up against Wolfie because she just going. She don't even wait. She gonna drop nuclear bombs. She gonna
Yeah,
Nagasaki and Hiroshima everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If she just slow it down a little bit and just slow cook these brothers, man. But she just like, no, I don't even
Turtles.
want to do
That
that. I just want to blow them all the way to smithereens. And they just get hostile.
yeah, Wolfie had them receipts, man.
She got the receipt.
exactly. That's what they don't
Mm-hmm.
like.
She got the
And when you
receipt.
can't refute a receipt, you can't say nothing else.
Dang.
Yeah. Man, I wish she was around. I was in BX Live, and unfortunately, the 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗁 girls had started arguing with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? About who was really Negroes, who wasn't Negroes, and all this. I didn't have the patience to even argue with them, man. But I
Listen,
was
a
just
lot of them
trying to.
Gullah are a lot of them are ops. I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
yeah, that's what
they're
I
ops.
learned.
And they're probably not even really Gullah Geechee. They're just using that because that's what they know.
Yeah,
And
they
they
like
get
they.
real radical. They get real radical real quick. Like you gotta fight and you gotta do. They try to get to the extreme. And if you're not extreme on their level, they want to look
Mm-hmm.
down on you. And that's real oppish. Whenever you hear
Yeah,
somebody trying to trying to over radicalize everything and make it be like if you don't do this, you ain't you. When they start talking like that, that's they could be feds or the agency.
They're setting you up for the feds.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I already know, but I don't do the threats and all of that
So
kind of stuff.
when I hear them talking like that, I'm like, man, you go do that.
If we can't have a discussion, this is TikTok, man. Let's be for real. Even in person though, it's the same way, man. Just so y'all know, if y'all ain't never experienced. But y'all, straight up, y'all all black men. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never just had nobody, just somebody shouldn't even be thinking about coming at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get aggressive with you.
Mm.
Like, man, say that what man, the police, you seen what they was doing
I've
in
had children do
Las
that.
Vegas, right?
I haven't had adults do that.
And you
I've
ain't see what
had, because the simple fact of the matter is, when you are walking in your power and your aura,
They know.
that shield,
Yeah.
that
yeah,
shield prevents any of that.
yeah, but I'm not talking about no knuckleheads, man. I'm talking about the race soldiers. You know what I'm saying? What they doing is like it's documented now. It's proved they proved it, and the guys in Las Vegas got busted. Like it'd be one of our brothers would just be sitting around, and then a random race soldier in plain clothes will show up. You know what I'm saying? And start just provoking them to get angry. And once he get angry, he gonna say, "Oh, he threatened me" or something. They'll take him to jail.
Was that always like that?
Well, see, that just means you have to keep your head, as Professor Professor Black Truth said, you got to keep your head on a swivel.
That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay, always keep them surroundings aware. If you see you starting to get agitated and you know these things are coming on, go on and pull out your damn phone. Don't sit up there and be stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to get away and you ain't got your phone out, and as long as they ain't put their hands on you, try and get the fuck away.
That's it.
That I hate to say it in such, because you're gonna be surrounded as it is, and you never know who is who. And if one is there, you can best believe five is there.
Yeah.
Come on. They
But
don't.
But
just
they
like
ain't
he's,
coming at you. They ain't coming at you as a winner.
yeah.
Yeah. They
But
never
just
give
like
us
you
the
said,
film.
cousin. Just like you said, cousin. They feel and see your aura. They're not gonna mess with you. They can tell the weak ones that they can get away with it with. They know. And just like you say, pull out your phone, and if next comes, just like I tell most of them, hey, I got what you have. I carry what you have.
You know, they go
Don't
both
get it
ways.
twisted. Yep, I carry what you have.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like I ain't talking about no knuckleheads now. I'm talking about the people, the race soldiers. You know what I'm saying? The ones that hide
Are
behind the
you talking about the
Brother,
badge.
official? You talking about the official race soldiers?
Yeah, the ones that hide behind the badges.
There
brother,
you go. Okay.
I'm in Texas, in
Let's see.
Louisiana, in all parts
Here's
of
the
the
thing.
South.
Listen, you got to watch out for them. Them race soldiers, they want to do. A lot of them try to play good cop, bad cop with you, and they want to trigger. They want to trigger your emotion. They want to. The moment they get you on tilt, they got you. They got a reason to slam you to the ground and take you in. You can't give them that reason. I speak very, very respectful to law enforcement. I just be like, yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
all you
ma'am.
got to do.
That's all you
You
do.
know,
That's
my
that's
dad
all
taught
you
me
got to
straight up,
do.
your job is to make it home. It's not
Thank you.
to fight. It's not to, let them do what they're gonna do, document everything, get your butt home. Because once you in their clutches, they can do anything. And they're looking for
And
a
have
reason
proven that they will.
yeah. They're looking for a reason to take you. They're looking for something because the thing is, if it wasn't for Black Americans, they wouldn't have the cameras on them.
Yep.
We're the ones that keep them honest to a certain extent.
They may not be getting the full charges that are supposed to be against them, but they are being forced to be more honest. And now with us having cameras as well, it's really pissing them off.
They really hate that. We see them all the time. Stop resisting, and they're in handcuffs.
Right. 3 of y'all got me on the ground talking
That's
about
their,
stop
that's their little
resisting.
trick. Yeah, that's their little trick of the trade. That's why I be getting on these tetherheads so much. I'm like, listen, stop dressing like us, and they won't treat you like us. Stop talking like us, and they won't treat you like us. You think they don't know who's who? They know who you are. But at the end of the day, black is black to them, and they're gonna get somebody.
That's right.
They're gonna get somebody. So your job is to be intelligent. Use your logic, not your emotions. Emotions gonna get you hurt and bent up like a pretzel. Your logic is gonna get you home.
Don't you ever stop thinking.
90% of the time, you're gonna make it home off logic. It's only that 10% chance where he's just on a rampage. But 90% of the time, that logic is gonna save your life and get you back to your family.
That's right.
And get you so you can re-up. Because one thing I know we know about 𝗤𝗔 society is they love to get their get back.
Mm-hmm.
They believe it. They want you to turn the other cheek, but they not turning no other cheek. They want their get back. And you can't give them an opportunity for that. You just got to be great, stand on business, and get your butt back to your family, and then document and get your lawyer. Lawyer up. It's time that we start playing their game. They're playing chess out here. We can't be playing chess. Or checkers is when you just blow off the handle and think you're gonna whoop on a cop. No. Chess is when you document and you make it home, and you stand on business, and you hit them where it hurts, their pockets.
That's it.
Because that's where they get. That's all they do to us. They're like, okay, their mindset is we don't got the money for the lawyer. We don't got this. They already have that mindset like, oh, this is a dumb nigga. He can't do nothing. He not gonna do nothing. So let that be their weakness. When enough of us start documenting and stand on business, guess what? They're gonna have to back away, or they just gonna have to be way for real with what they talking about. They're gonna have to be for real and not care.
And just like you say, the key is you got to learn how to keep that mouth closed to get home.
Yeah, keep that mouth closed. Don't give these race soldiers an opportunity or a chance.
Yep.
Or I'm gonna tell you the truth. Be honest. Yeah, man, I got some flour in there. What are you gonna ask you? How much? A dime? If he real, and he gonna let you go because you were honest. You didn't lie. You didn't try and run and hide.
Yeah, my thing is
You didn't make it an issue for him.
You got to scare them with standing on business. You got to scare them with being overly calm.
Right.
They know the ones they can mess with, and they really know the ones they can't mess with. They know. And if they stupid, they gonna F around and find out.
That's it.
And that's it. That's why you gotta stay ready so you never have to get defeated. You stay ready and you stay playing this game at a high level the way it's supposed to be game, because this is the game of life. And you gotta play it at a high level. You can't play the game of life mediocre. You can't do it. You can't be a civilian out here. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta be a disciplined soldier out here at all times. Civilians get wrangled, but soldiers they very rarely get touched because they recognize what's going on. You're playing the game at a high level. If you have a high level mindset, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing but do what they're gonna do. And whether you're here or in the afterlife, you're with the Most High and you stood on business, and God's gonna reward you for that. But you can't be afraid to stand on business, and you can't be afraid of unaliving. You can't.
I'll
If
tell
you're
you
gonna
this
be a
story, man.
soldier in the B1 Brigade, you have to know that sometimes soldiers are going to stand alone and deal with that battle.
Yeah.
And they go win that battle because they soldiers in the B1 Brigade.
Just listen. Just stand on business and watch how your life change, man. Just stand on business.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I drive. I mean, I used to have a sports car. I had a vet,
Okay.
and I got that vet up to 145 on the interstate.
Ooh.
And he got behind me. He was an unmarked. He played with me on the highway to see what I was gonna do. I didn't know what he was. It was unmarked. One of these little, what do you call them, little, I guess, shadow cars or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he followed me. Every move I made, he followed me. So I just said, I don't know who this is. I gunned it. And when I gunned it, I took off like a bat out of hell. And he threw them lights up behind me. He said, "God damn, son." He said, "What the hell you got in here?" I said, "Just a regular vet." He said, "Man, you were doing 145. I said, "Man, I didn't know who you were. You didn't have no lights on, no marking or nothing. I figured that you were trying to jack me and take my shit." So he said, "No, sir. I promise you I wasn't doing that." I said, "Well, every time I made a move, you followed me. So to 3 o'clock in the morning, what I'm gonna do? I want to get home." So I gunned it. And when I saw your lights, I pulled on the side. He said, "Oh man, I'm sorry. I said, "Yeah, but you baited me too. You baited me, and I feared for my life." And I told him that. You know what that joker told me?
My
Let me
bad,
go
sir.
on and let me just go on and I'm not gonna show up in court. I'm going to go on and set this ticket for 80. It's a 65. We're gonna set it for 80, but I'm not gonna show up. And when I don't show up, you're just gonna throw it away.
Mm.
And
You
he
just
didn't
gotta know
show
how to
up.
do. And he didn't show up. Now I'm
Right.
doing 145 as a black man. 3:00, 3:30, and 3 o'clock in the morning.
See, now that don't sound like no race, or that sound like a regular person, a human being right there. And I don't, like I said, I don't put all law enforcement and lump them in. You got some real ones out there. You got a lot of race. So I mean, I'm in California, so I know the difference between them. When you see the ones with the tattoos, you know what they
Oh,
are.
well, yeah.
They're race.
That's
Yeah,
one.
we were told in 2006 that all the police departments across the United States of America had been infiltrated by
Yep.
that group. That was in 2006. It's 19 years later.
And this
Their
joker,
kids is in there now. Okay.
The police are the buffer zone. Listen, that they're part of the system of oppression. They're part of the
Exactly.
systematic way. They're part. When they need to oil the machine up, they send the race soldiers to oil to make sure. Okay, too many black people are being phenomenal. We gotta bring that back down. When they need to go after that black messiah, they're like, "Oh, we need to send the race." They send the race soldiers. Now when they get high
They're the
level,
digital soldiers.
now when they want to get high level, they send the agency after you. They send the tether that they start sending this. I mean, they got YT supremacy. This system of oppression, they got levels to it, real levels to it. And if y'all don't pay attention, if y'all don't understand what you're dealing with, you won't know how to conduct yourself and how to move out here.
Absolutely. You know what? I wanted to drop something in here with the conversation, like what you're saying with the stops and depending where you're at, like I'm on the east, right? So in the east, when you travel south, you know, we used to like to travel in groups because we knew that some of those officers don't like the east, you know, because we don't say yes sir, no sir. We, you know, we're not brought up like that, like how they are down south. So they don't really like us. So you gotta watch yourself because you could get stopped down there. Because down there, they're actually couple guys, they got jobs with these companies, and they befriended them, right? And after a couple months, you know, you're getting familiar with them. The one guy said he was with his boss. His boss told him to get out the truck and run. Now, the only difference is that right now we got cell phones. So, you know, down south is like a lot of wooded area down there. So he told him to get out and run. He called his mom, told him he don't know what's going on. His boss told him to get out and run. So he's running, but he's pushing them towards a certain way to run so they can ambush him. I don't know if y'all remember that movie they made a long time ago with 𝗖𝐸 and Charles Dutton, where he took 𝗖𝐸 off the street. He was homeless, and then he told him he would get a job, but they used Charles Dutton as the way to bring him, to bring him in, and they brought him to a wooded area, and they had him working. They were feeding him and everything, and then they put him out in the woods to hunt him down. But that's what they're doing right now in 2024. Well, this happened in like 2023, I believe, and it happened to another young guy too. But he got away because he said he realized that they was trying to push him to go a certain way and run, but he went the opposite way, and he was able to tell the story. You see what I'm saying?
I remember that.
And a lot of that stuff is happening down south, and it's a guy that has a channel dedicated to sundown towns. He tell like every day he has something that happened to somebody, but it's mostly happening to like guys that's coming from the Midwest, that's coming down to Texas and stuff. They don't know
they don't know,
towns
right,
that
they
they
don't
shouldn't
know.
go into. So it's a lot of that actually definitely that goes on. And as far as the police,
Listen,
I
we
tell my
remember
son, I
what
tell my
happened.
sons don't. I tell my sons all the time, like just give me your ID. If there's a problem, I'll figure out what the issue
We'll
is
fix
and
it
we'll
when
take
you
it to
get
court. You
home. We'll
can't
fix
fight
it
it on
when
the
you get
road.
home. Right. We'll fix it when you get home. If there's a problem, we'll fix it when you get home.
Just get
You're right about
home.
that, brother. You're right about that. What
Yeah.
this younger generation got to understand, we in the South been telling these folks this for the longest, and everybody. That goes on. When we used to tell folks that, no one would listen to us. We constantly would just say, hey, watch this town, stay out of this town. Hey, be careful with this one. Hey, make sure you got your gas, make sure you got to this, make sure you got everything you can be. If you don't have a flat, then you're good. Just make sure you do the speed limit, do everything you're supposed to do to get through this town.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't
throughout
vote.
Texas, they got a bunch of towns like that. And Louisiana also. But you got in this younger generation, they don't listen to that part of it. They don't listen to what we tell them. It's like, hey man, just be careful.
That's that
That's what you
green
got to
book.
do.
Too much.
Yep.
That's that green book. We need to get that green book in.
Because I was stopped in one of these towns 20 years ago, and I was working for a company, driving the company vehicle, taking stuff to a ship. And it was raining, and it was a brand new truck, one of the big old dualies, and it was throwing rooster tails, water all over the highway. But he stopped me, and he said, had the name of the truck company on the truck. Hey boy, what you doing driving this vehicle? And what you doing driving this vehicle without mud flaps? I say, sir, it's not my truck, it's a company vehicle. And he said, well, I'm gonna write you a ticket. I said, well, sir, it's not my truck. It's a brand new truck. And then we went on, and he said, and we got into it. And at that time I was young. And he said, look here, boy, you got one more time to tell me anything, I'm gonna throw you in the back of this goddamn car. And so I just say, okay, let me be quiet right now. So when he came back and said, well, sir, I work for this company. Well, I'm just going on to tell the owner of the company who the vehicle belongs to that he need to put mud flaps on this. And he said, well, who's the owner? And who's the president of the company? And I told him this certain name. When I told him this name, that joker tore up that ticket right then and there. because the person I gave him, the owner, his dad. How many views we got on here? 9. His
Yeah.
dad was the Grand Dragon of the KKK. Now you hear what you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand? I'm sorry for saying them 3 letters. His dad was for the 3 letters, and he was my company president.
So I told you they've been keeping that money and using that money this entire time and claiming that there's no way we should have any of this money.
Yep.
This
So
is
I
an
got home.
asinine argument that makes no
Yep.
sense.
I got to the job and told the secretary, my secretary, what happened, and she was like, "Oh my God!" She said, "Come in the room, come in the room. I got to tell you." She told me, explained it to me. She said, "Don't go nowhere else with this." Now, clock this 3 to 5 years ago. One of my coworkers here, me and him got in an argument, and I knew who he was because the guys told me who his dad was and who he hang around. And I told him, I said, well, all I got to do is just tell Mr. Joe Bryson. When I told him that joker looked at me and he haven't said nothing to me in 15 years because the secret was out, and I knew him, and I know the big boy. So I'm pretty sure he passed away right now, but but I always kept my ears open to listen to every little thing, and I used it for myself.
You got 2 ears for a reason. You're
That's
supposed
right.
to listen twice as much. Okay.
Sometimes gotta listen.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And I'm just like I say, I'm 60 years old, and I done been through I can write a book, the stuff I've seen, been through, and everything else.
You need to. I tell people all the time. Listen, if y'all want to get a book, if y'all want to know how to write a book, and y'all want to get y'all book out there, come holler at me.
You remember one of the ways that the Harlem Renaissance thrived, I believe, was through our black authors writing short stories. That's actually how a lot of cats made it through that particular period. There's no real television, no real entertainment of, visual entertainment, shall I say. There's radio, but what are you reading that's going to be of interest to you during this period of time? Not necessarily, 300 pages. Don't have to be 300 pages. Sometimes, a 15-page story is good enough.
So what you need to do is you need to write an ebook. A lot of y'all, if you're 40 years old or above, you have skills and wisdom and things that the younger generation can use, tools. And a lot of times you need to put it in a book or in an ebook form. Something. It doesn't have to be too deep. It could be 100 pages. It could be less than 100 pages, but between 20 to 40 to 50 pages, and you can just give out nothing but game. Nothing but game.
Absolutely. The shorter, the sweeter, because the attention span right now is not, their attention. Because now, even when they watch, back in the day, we used to watch whole award shows, so they watch clips of whoever their favorite is. So they don't have the attention span to. But if it's something that's kind of interesting and it's short and sweet and easy, they'll jump right in there.
40 to 50 pages even. I got an ebook. Most of my ebooks are around 40 to 50 pages that I put up there. But it's nothing but game. Nothing but straight game.
Yeah, they definitely cling on to that.
Mm-hmm.
I sure need to. Well, I got about 3 or 4 more people need to pass into the next life before I can put out some stuff. I'm gonna give them their respect.
He said, don't put their names out. Don't put their names out. Don't put their names out. Change the name, but let it be known what's going on. We need. There needs to be a pamphlet out there or a book saying how to deal with getting pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I definitely know how to deal with that. Like I said, I've never had no problems.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to deal with the police. He knew I had a mouth on me. He said, son, don't ever go into the military. Don't do it. My dad
That's
was
the
like,
biggest, too much. That's the biggest problem with the youth. Now, I like my sons. I teach them to be men. Like that running your mouth stuff. Like what you stop me for? This and that. It's a woman trait to me. It's a feminine
Yes,
trait to me.
that
So
is sassy
I,
feminine
yeah.
energy.
So I
Emotional.
understand when the young ladies they do it, they gotta be crazy. But I teach my daughters the same thing. You know, what they do is when they're coming to the vehicle anyway. Sometimes they already pre-profile you anyway, so they already know because they're trying to figure out who they're dealing with. This is what I teach my sons. They're trying to figure out who they're dealing with. If you're a threat, if you're not a threat. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when they come to the car, a lot of times they know, but they play the game like they don't. So they want your ID, and then you're giving them all this like, "What'd you stop me for?" You can't fight it there. Just do what you supposed to do. Give it to him. He's gonna go back to the car, but he already knows. So then he's gonna come back to your car, and he's gonna be like, "Is there any weapons in the car?" Why would he ask you that? Because he already knows that you're a felon in the past or whatever. So he thinks you're a threat. You're a regular civilian. You don't have no type of record. He knows that you're not a threat. So he's not going to come to your car like that. The only thing that's going to get him riled up if you start talking. Now he's going to be looking for something that you might not even have anything, but he's going to look for something because you're constantly chattering back and forth. And I don't think men should do that. I tell my sons, don't ever do that. You know what I mean? Because that's upsetting another man. You know what I mean? So
Y'all remember that incident? There was an incident where a grown man and a grown woman was chilling in the park. They were about to do something in the park, and the police pulled over a black. I don't know if he was an FBI police officer or he was just melanated, but he came over there and he said, "Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to leave the park." The man was quiet, but the woman, she was like running her mouth. He's like, "Listen, I need y'all. Y'all can't do this here. Y'all need to leave the park." And she just kept running her mouth. And the man was quiet, like, "Okay, officer, don't worry, boom, boom, boom." And he said, "You say one more thing, I'm going to put you in handcuffs and take you to jail." And she kept running her mouth. The man didn't say nothing. He said, "Just calm down." He tried to calm her down, and she wouldn't listen. She just kept running her mouth. And she ended up going to jail.
yeah. Yeah, I tell guys, young men that I love my I love my sisters,
I love my sister.
but they can get guys put away or get them 6 feet deep because of their mouth.
Yeah.
And the guy's going to get 10 minutes of fame or 15 minutes of fame trying to defend our honor, but sometimes is a time and place for everything. I tell people that all the time.
There was another incident, right, where a woman and her son was at this fish fry. And they were standing in a long line, and the woman decided to cut the line and disregard everybody in the line to tell these people that the food was cold and bad and they need to remake it and was causing a struggle. And there was a brother that was up like, "Hey man, listen, I'm not one of these dudes. You know, you can't just cut the line like that and you gonna stop talking." And she started mouthing off at the dude, mouthing off at him, just going in like she's a dude up in his face, antagonizing everything. And dude said, "You say one more thing," and she kept talking, and he
That's the one where the son had came in, and that's what I mean. She put her son in harm's way.
Yeah, she put her son. The son came in and pew, and he was a teen.
Yes.
He wasn't no man. He was a teen.
Yes.
And
she wanted him to defend her honor. She wanted him to defend her honor.
She treated him like her husband.
Exactly. He's gonna get a lot of jail time, but lucky the judge.
No, the judge let it go. The judge let it go. But here's the thing: she was the cause of that.
Absolutely.
She shouldn't have handled it that way. She shouldn't have thought that she was. He shouldn't have put his hands on her.
Absolutely.
But you definitely don't provoke. You know, it's futile. I say it all the time. Men don't use your strength on women, and women don't use their strength on men. The woman's strength is her mouth. The man's strength is his physicality.
And you know this too much is a lot of mentally ill people. We don't even know what.
Yeah.
That dude, you know, that's why I try to tell females don't mess with certain people. Just walk away because it's dudes that are mentally ill. I don't know if you've seen the story of the dude that was in New York and the girl, he wanted her number. And he was going to become very violent. So she just gave him a number. Just give him something because you don't know the mental capacity of people that you're dealing with.
Respect all men, not just your man. Respect all men, period. Because you don't know what they're going to do and what they're capable of.
Absolutely.
Just give them look, men want respect. Women want to be heard, and men want respect. So I always say, let the women say it. When you come in this live, say it with your chest. Men are not going to walk on eggshells, and women, we're going to make sure that you're heard. Men and women, we speak differently. Men are very direct and to the point. Women, they're gonna use a lot of words. They're gonna use a lot of articulation. They're gonna try to, especially when they get mad, they're gonna try to denigrate you with a mini vocabulary. Men, we don't do that. We have a limit. You know, especially with other men, we understand that there's a level of threat with other men. So we know what we can say to other men. We know that when we say this, it's about to go down. And if we say it, we're ready for it. We're like, okay, it's just gonna go there, and we're gonna take you out.
Yeah.
Women, they don't understand that they don't understand boundaries and that men have limits. And at some point, a man gonna say, you know what? You say one more thing.
They don't understand the importance of that line.
Yeah, they don't understand the importance of that line that's drawn out. That there's a certain line that men don't cross because we understand it can go there. See, in the Wild Wild West, there was duels for a reason. You did everything you can to prevent a duel because you know when it gets to duel, somebody's unalive. Somebody got to go.
Men, we physical and women are mental, so they play the mental game. Men, that's why they have a whole bunch of women reality shows. We can't have it because men, either we like each other or we don't, or we're not going to play around. We're going to either be able to be in the room and be cordial with each other or we not. Women, they pretend like they're cool with each other, and then like 10 minutes later, they'll stab each other in the back. And that's why they have so many women reality shows. You know, there ain't no men reality shows because we ain't going to play no games like that.
Man, all you gotta do is watch two women argue versus two men argue. It's totally different.
Absolutely.
Two men, they can argue, but they can walk away with some type of agreement, like some type of form of okay, we just gonna leave it there because it's gonna get too much.
There's gonna be a truce moment.
Yeah. It's like nuclear. It's like we understand that you got the key to the button and I got the key to the button, and we don't want to push that button.
Well, like they say, real recognize real. So if you've been through something in this lifetime, really been through something, the guy that's talking, if I got all these years on this planet and somebody's talking to me, I can actually see right through it because I've seen this all before. And I've been seeing it. So I see when a guy is talking, I already know where he's coming from, what he's about. Because a real person that been through stuff, two men who've been through stuff, they going to squash it.
Because they know it's like we don't want to start World War III. I don't want to have to push the button because if I push the button, you push the button, nobody wins.
We going to prison. We got hospital bills. We got, you know.
Nobody wins at that point. So we gonna try to. It's logic is gonna kick in and say, okay, man, let's just squash it, or let's just agree to disagree, or where we got to go. But women, they just go. They're like, man, they're like, I'm gonna dare you to push the button. I want you to end it all. I want you to end it all.
All emotion.
Right. The emotions that they come with is in this regards is way too much. They have again a repeater, okay, that '𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie ain't got nothing on her mouth, okay.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Only reason why I speak in the way I'm speaking because I know a lot of guys that get caught up. Like I remember it was a panel that had something about men not fighting for women's honors, and I said it depends on certain situations. Okay, like I'm a guy that believes in not getting in domestics because what happens is if you've seen it and you've been around it, a person ain't seen it and ain't been around it. They really can't talk on it because they talking from it from the outside. I've seen people get knocked off. I've seen a guy, he was sitting at his home. The guy was arguing with his woman across the street. He knew he could handle the situation, right? But I always tell guys when another man is mad at his woman, you don't know where his mind is going to be. So he went over there. He got his little daughter, he just was born, in his hand. He went over there to instigate in somebody else's situation that he just thought he can handle. But that guy pumed that boy in the head. Okay, now his daughter has no father no more, even though he was a tough guy. And then he knew that guy never was a tough guy. But that night, he took him out. That's why you don't get involved in that. And the next day, those people be loving on each other. I've had situations with cousins that was like that, where their boyfriends was out of control. And my cousin said, yo, don't go over there. Because the next day, they're going to be in love again.
They'll be in love.
The whole mess. You don't
My
get involved in
uncle,
domestics, and people don't even get it when
right,
somebody says that, and they just feel like, oh, you're not gonna honor your sister or this or that. She's gonna be in love
right.
with the brother the next
Listen,
day. So I did
listen.
all that for nothing.
Listen, I used to beat up my sister's boyfriends. I used to be. They used to call me, and I used to go over there and just whoop on them. They took the car. They did something. They said something. Whatever. Even though a lot of times, if I'm being honest, my sisters were the problem. They were the one doing
They
the.
were the
Like
instigator.
my sister. Yep, I know what
You
you
know,
They
mean.
were the
I mean,
instigators.
it
You
is
know
what it
your
is.
sister.
Oh yeah, I know what they were doing. Okay,
My
but
sister live out in
my
Cali, and
uncle,
she's crazy.
mhm. My uncle taught me this. He said, "Don't get involved with no married man or no married woman, because that man really loves that woman, and he's willing to put it all on the line for her.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 out of 10 times they're gonna make up, and she's gonna be right back with them. So it's and I just got tired, man. At some point, I got tired of whooping on this dude. At some point, it was just, now I'm bullying the dude because now the dude can't say nothing in the house because she know I'm coming over to whoop on him again. And at some point, he gonna have a gun. He gonna have a pew pew. Wait, at some point,
Exactly. That's what I'm talking
it's
about.
gonna come. It's like he's not. I mean, a man's not gonna keep getting whooped on by another man. It's just not gonna happen. At some point, he's gonna try to be okay. He's coming. I know he's coming. You know, I got my pew pew, and I'm ready.
Yep. And people got it, and see, like you're talking about that too much. You got to know, you got to been through it. I've been through it with my cousins, my
Oh yeah.
sister, and I know. And like where I'm live at, that everybody's
Man,
packing and ready to roll.
I chased this dude 2 blocks. 2 blocks. I chased this dude. This dude he saw me, said, "Oh snap," and just took off. And I had to chase this dude 2 blocks, run up on him. And this is back when they had the phone booths and the phone. You know, he had to put some money in the phone thing and call my sister to get her. Say, okay, no, don't hurt him. He's okay. He's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I let him use the car. Well, why you call me over here then?
Exactly.
Now you don't want me to hurt him. This is what you called me to do.
I said, stop calling me sister. Don't do this no more.
At some point, I just
Don't do. Listen.
At some point, I just like
After the third time, and this was, and I say third time because I believe in baseball rules. Okay. you got 3 strikes after that. Hey, don't call me no more. You fouled out. You struck out all on your own. I ain't do this. You did. This
Yeah,
infinite amount of no. You don't get, baby. I am your ace in the hole. I'm not something that, and you, my brother and sister. Trust me. Involving me means the worst set of situations that can be the possible outcome. That is not what you want. You know that because you know me. Okay.
right.
You
And
my family.
the boyfriend
You
and the
right.
husband should know you too. So that means that he should not even get out of line. If y'all have a relationship, that man ain't gonna get out of line. But if he get out of line,
Exactly.
he ain't respecting me. So a lot of times that's my biggest thing. Like with my daughters and stuff like that, they all got good men because they know I'm not gonna have it. And
They
plus, I'm
know
gonna have
dad
to build
was
a
a good
relationship
man.
with their
She
men.
come
If I
from
don't,
good stock.
yeah,
That's
if I
what you
don't
said.
know
She
them,
come from good stock. She know what a
exactly.
good man is.
That's the
She
biggest
came
thing that
from
a
a
man
good
could
man.
want.
She know what a good man is. And you
Exactly.
should hold your head high in that regard.
Absolutely. All of my kids, like my sons, they all married, good women, make good money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's they seen how I move. You know what I mean? And this keep on, it's about family, and that's the biggest thing that's missing right now. Nobody wants to be family no more. Everybody want to give up real quick. Nobody is the family is dead. They're trying to destroy the black
It's
family.
not that
You
they
know
want
what I
to
mean?
give up. We just haven't had a reason to actually do a real family reunion get together. They
Right.
put everything in front of us to prevent us from showing any form of unity.
Right.
Now
Well, I'm not saying for.
that's in its simplest terms. There is damage that has occurred in each family that because that's what they brought forth and heaped upon us.
Right.
But
I
we
just want
as
to.
a
I just want to say it starts from the root. So if we're from the root of the household, the man in the household, because I just really
Mhm.
believe that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Because your daughter see you and your son see you. Not saying that the mother's not important. The mother's the nurturer, but the dad is the balancer because A lot of times when you see these young ladies now and how they're dressing, if a father's there, I guarantee you he's going to tell her to take that off. Any fathers in the household watching his daughter walk around with shorts is all the way up here and
Yeah, no,
there,
that
and her
dad
chest,
ain't gonna tolerate that. No
yeah,
real father is gonna tolerate that.
exactly. But the mother might say, "Oh, it's cute. You're tripping." No, take that off because we know what other people are thinking when they see that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between the father and the mother. I'm saying like with the youth that's out here now, it's the internet is they're trying to be raised by the internet, and a lot of them are coming from good homes, like, but they just want to
Well,
be in the street,
it's
and
because they
they don't
have
want
a
to listen
false
to you.
belief of what the streets are, because that's what the media has been selling them.
Right.
Because these good parents, unfortunately, in their goodness, they have gifted and spoiled their children too much.
It's the most
I'm not
privileged
saying
generation.
right, they're too privileged, but they don't even grasp the concept. I, okay, so you may not be in a dire situation, but have you gone to a soup kitchen? Have you dined at a soup kitchen? Have you helped out at a soup kitchen?
That's the key. Yep.
Okay? You're privileged without actually any understanding of how privileged you are dehumanizes every other person on the planet. There's nothing wrong with blessing your child and your children. Everyone encourages that. But without the other side, without the balance, there is the scales going to fail. Life is going to fail. You do not want your children set up for that. You want them knowing hunger and abundance.
Right. That's
They
true.
don't necessarily have to experience it, but they do need to actually know it.
Yeah. They need to go through something. Because if you don't go through nothing, I believe wholeheartedly my mother let me be because I needed that freedom to be able to. If you try to rule with too much of an iron fist, they're not going to learn anything. Your daughters, your sons can't learn anything if you don't let them be
Your
out
mother
there.
was a free range child.
Yeah, like, and I still
She
was
let you
raised,
roam free range.
yeah, and I was raised right, but she realized that I needed that for me to be able to learn, to grow. I couldn't be like stuck somewhere. And that's how I learned because she let me go. And I did it with my sons. I did it with my sons and daughter, and they all came out good. I mean, I had one son, he did his thing out there, but you know what I mean?
You've
For the
heard of the
most part,
prodigal
I
son,
have
haven't you?
control. Huh?
Okay,
You've
hold
heard
on.
of the prodigal son, haven't you?
Yes.
No, well, there you go.
Yes, indeed. You know, here's just a little tidbit, and this is what I believe and what I'm going to practice when I have kids. Is you gotta let kids figure it out and work it out.
Right.
You as the
And you
parent,
just
you need to supervise and make sure it doesn't get to a bad level. But your kids learn through mistakes and learn through experience,
yes,
and they
yes,
learn through
yes.
seeing firsthand. And if you come in and rescue them all the time and give them all the answers, they're never going to become
Oh yeah,
critical.
they've learned nothing.
Right. There you go,
You're
too much.
just you're
What's
you're
that last thing you
releasing.
said, too much? Critical
Critical
thinking, right?
Yeah, they're never going to become critical thinkers. The one thing I'm
Exactly.
thankful that
You got to learn how to solve
I used
problems.
to hate my dad when he would say, "Figure it out."
That's
He would say,
right.
"Figure it out." I
So
used to hate. I'm like, "Just tell me, just tell me. You got to, no." He said, "No, go figure it out."
that's
And
right.
then you come back to me, and I'll tell you if you got it right or not. Figure it out.
Exactly. That's
When you have
that's
that
one of the
mentality
biggest
with your
things. Yep.
kids, I'm telling you, man, you're doing them. Listen, man, I don't have to. I don't have to wait on nobody to do nothing because of how my dad raised me. I know I'm capable, and I have the confidence in myself to go figure it out.
Yep. Even
I
whenever
learned
you
how
think
to
it's going to be
execute
bad, it
early.
always turns out good.
Yeah,
Because you think it's going to be bad, but it always seems to turn out good, and you got a story to tell
yeah.
later about it.
If they got a bully at school, you don't got to jump in. You say, "Go, man, go handle that. Go handle that, son. Go handle that. Stand on business. I don't care if you get beat up. Stand on business." Go handle
Absolutely.
that, because at the end of the day, that bully's gonna stop, because you gonna reach your threshing point, and that bully's gonna reach his threshing point. Like, if I keep messing with this dude and he keeps giving me the business, and I gotta give, and then all you do is supervise. You come in when it's absolutely needed, but
Yep.
you let them handle what my dad put me in karate at an early age. He said my son's not gonna get. When he saw that people were trying to bully me, he put me in karate.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
guess
that
what?
three
You have to
strike rule.
defend yourself.
The bully stopped
See,
bullying.
told you.
Yep. That's
The
what
bully
I gave
stopped
my
bullying,
sons.
because at
Three
some
strike
point
rule.
he had to get that fear up out of me, because I was afraid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But once that fear goes,
everybody had those uncles and dads to say, if you don't get out there, I'm gonna beat
yeah,
you. You
I'm
know what
gonna
I
beat
mean?
you.
So I
My,
had to
my,
go
my
out
dad,
there
like, I didn't raise no punk. I didn't raise no
it's either
punk.
you and him or you
Yep.
and me.
My
Stand
uncles
on
was always
business.
standing right there. You better get out there, else
You need
if
to
you don't get
stand.
out there, I'm gonna break you up.
Yeah,
This
you
was
need to
this was
stand on
mine.
business.
Yep. This was mine. First one to the teacher, second one to the principal, third one, that's yours. Do what you got to do. Because if he ain't learned from the second one, now it's on you. It's time for you to teach. That was my three strike rule.
Man, let
Right,
First
me
one
tell
because
to
you
the
something,
you
man.
did what you were supposed to do. You
yep,
informed the authorities
yep.
that you were being abused. You informed a higher authority of an issue.
Listen,
Okay.
if I got suspended from school 9 out of 10 times, my dad knew it wasn't my fault. He knew he knew that was the only resort I had to come to, because listen, man, listen, in my high school, this went around the whole school, and nobody messed with me. When I was in ninth grade, people tried to try me, and I was beating up seniors. I was just beating them up. But I came back from football practice one day. There was this grown man just mad dogging me, trying to pick a fight with me, and walked me down all the way to the street, to where I said, enough is enough. You want this? I'm gonna give it to you. It was just built up anger. I blacked out on him and put him to sleep on the curb. And then when I went back to school, everybody was like, "Oh man, he beat up a grown man." It went around the whole school. I was never a punk, not once. I was fighting since ninth grade. People trying to sun you, people trying to haze you. I stood on business because I had no choice. But when I beat up that dude, that grown man, it all stopped.
Well, no shit, man.
I can
You
only think
were a
of one
freshman and
fight.
you beat up a grown man?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I gave him the
This
business.
wait
I
a
gave
minute.
him the
Only
business.
point being, wasn't nobody in
I
there
gave him the
was enough
business.
high school that didn't know about you. Okay.
Man, listen. Listen. I can't remember. I'm trying to think when I never lost a fight that I fought. I've never lost, and I only fought the last. It was always the last resort. You have to really push. Cause my dad taught me words don't hurt. Don't ever let nobody get you in your emotions to where words hurt you. He put enough in me to be strong, to be like, words. You can say whatever you want, but if you put your hands on me, there's gonna be a problem. And my dad got the running. I used to run home when I was in elementary school, but he got that out of me real quick. He said, "You don't run home. I don't want to see you coming in here out of breath running home. You better tell me what you better be beat up, or somebody better be beat up. You don't run home." I had a sensei in karate that taught me how to never back up. He said, "You move to the side, but you don't back up. This is your space, and you stand on business on this space. Nobody takes you off your space."
You own
And
that square.
he had this stick, and he had this stick, and every time I would back up, he would whack me in the back of my legs with this stick hard. So it was either I'm gonna get whacked from with this stick, or I'm gonna just pivot, pivot, and stand ground. And my sensei, when I was 8 years old, 9 years old, he would put me up against grown men and teenagers. I was never allowed to fight somebody in my age bracket. When I was I went to regionals out here in California. I took third place in regionals. I lost to second place. I lost to a second-degree black belt as a green belt. And what my sensei did, he took off my green belt and gave me a black belt just so I can compete in this tournament where it was full contact.
Right.
And I lost to a second-degree black belt by 1 point. 1 point. When I would get disqualified for using too much force, I would hear my sensei, yeah, praising me. I mean, it would be dead quiet, and you'll see this crazy white man jumping out of his seat, and because I socked some dude or hit some dude in the face because I didn't have control. And he said, "Don't worry, one day you're gonna have full control, and you're not gonna get disqualified no more." And he was right. And I disappointed that man because he had grander plans for me, but I wanted to play football and I wanted to do other things, so I ended up getting away from karate. But I disappointed him. I disappointed my sensei because he wanted me to be like a Michael Jai White. And I wanted to hang on the block and be a kid. But man,
Well, you have to, again, the idea during that time frame, discipline and being a kid did not go hand in hand. Okay. And having a sensei required having discipline. So yes, we could do some things, football, track, sports, stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah.
But the idea of actually involving oneself in the true arts fully, that discipline at a young age, that's difficult to turn to in America. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, I was in wrestling too. I wrestled for a little bit too, and I won all kind of tournaments in wrestling in my weight class too.
Were you big for your size? Were you big for your age, rather?
When I was younger, yes, I was always the tallest dude, the biggest dude to a certain extent within my age group, to where my
Right.
bullies were
I know what you're
always
saying.
like 6th grade, and they should have been in 8th grade.
Let me say it like this, brother. My best friend in high school was 6'7".
Oh yeah. See, I'm 6 foot, and my brother's 6'3", and if you get us both together, we're clearing the whole room. We're clearing the whole room. Nobody was really messing with us, Once word got out. I mean, I really didn't have to do it. All I had to do was just be, I could just stand on business and be me. But word got out real fast. Like, don't mess with them. Don't mess with both of them. Don't leave them alone. I had a dude try to jump me. I had 3 dudes jump me at a movie theater. I ended up breaking one of those dudes' arm, and it went back to the school, and everybody was like, man, I heard what you did, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we were taking them out. It was no problem, but I was never the aggressor. I was always defending myself or defending somebody.
Hey, you were doing the honorable thing.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad.
See,
My dad
when your
raised me to
footprints,
never start a problem. Never be the starter of the fight. Be the end of it.
yeah, that was always my position. Okay. When you walk with honorable footsteps early, you find that the path of honor is kind of easy. You
I
just
like
have to
that.
get to there.
I like that type of much better. Much better. Well, listen, y'all, man. Listen, I sent y'all.
Yeah, it's time for me to go too.
If y'all check the Discord, I put the NDA in the Discord. It's there for everybody to take a look at it. Go under announcements. It's under announcements in the Discord. It's right there. It's a PDF file. Look over it. Have your lawyer look over it. Read it. Whoever you want else read it. We're gonna come back and discuss it. Then we're gonna sign it, and then we're gonna get things going.
All right, sounds good.
We're gonna get things going. I don't know where everybody's at today, but hopefully people show up tomorrow. Again, we're gonna start. We're still gonna be on TikTok, but we're gonna start pulling it away from TikTok because we can have meetings right there on the Discord. Matter of fact, tomorrow during the TikTok live, I might just have everybody jump into the Discord and see if we can start a meeting right there in the Discord, and then start on the TikTok and then finish on the Discord. Vintage Reality, I saw that you joined, man. I appreciate it. As long as you're FBA, you're allowed to join my Discord, and we're building Black-owned businesses in the Discord, and you're welcome to be a part of it. But we are going to ask you certain questions and find out who you are, where your family's from, things like that. But I appreciate your support. All of it's welcome. We appreciate it. Okay. But we're going to team up as a group, and we're going to build an FBA product, put it out to market it, do some social media marketing, build a brand behind it, and then take the money from that and go do what we really want to do with that money, which is
Yep.
come together and buy land, start buying shopping centers. There's some projects we got coming up with the gas stations. We got to check back in on that. The FBA coin, I want everybody to be a part of that. Everybody to be a part of that. It's going to be amazing. If we do this thing right, everybody's going to fare well. And the main thing is we're building Black-owned businesses that support our people, and we don't want to be, all money is welcome. Don't get it twisted. We're not turning down money. We're not doing that, But at the end of the day, we don't want to be controlled by the currency. We want our people to have our back. We want our people to, we want to build businesses where we cannot get shut down by mainstream or the dominant society.
And speaking of building businesses that can't be shut down by mainstream society, don't forget to go visit 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶cie
There you go.
That's 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗶dogs.com.
There you go. DougDoesDogs.com. Y'all go check out his dad's side. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna talk, man. You're more than welcome. Okay, yeah, okay. That's cool. Yeah, you're more than welcome to be a part of the community. We appreciate it. We're trying to build something phenomenal. We got some FBA gas stations. We got some cryptocurrency coming up. And it's going to be 2025 is really going to be a breakout year, but we're going to try to get a product out here. I'm not going to rush it too fast. I'm going to move at the pace of the group to a certain extent because, I don't want to move too fast, but I want us to have a sense of urgency and actually get a business up and running out the ground. Because we're talking about EIN numbers. We're talking about LLCs. We're going to do the whole nine. And we're talking about one of our goals is to get our business on the TikTok shop. We want to get our business on the TikTok shop. So we're going to have another TikTok account, and we're going to get that business on the TikTok shop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I'll move this. There you go.
All right, brother. I'm going to get out of here. It's about my time.
Yeah, same here, brothers.
Yeah, y'all have a great day, man. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll be tomorrow, same time, 6 a.m. my time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central.
Bet.
And if you're in Arizona, 7 a.m. So I'll see y'all then,
Sound like
right?
a winner.
Yeah, take care.
All right.
Bye. Bye-bye.